It's a summoned beast that everyone in the world hates. But right when I summoned it for the first time, I was overjoyed and hugged it, kissing it like crazy. Seeing this, my classmates all started mocking me, calling me a genius. Even my homeroom teacher, who once had high hopes for me, is now scolding himself for wasting his effort on me. Seeing that, I just smiled and stayed quiet. Instead, I sold everything I had, and traded it for a full 100 pounds of monster lean meat. Just to help my little dog activate its hidden potential. I patted its little head at that moment. A contract prompt sounded in my mind. Loyalty never betrays. Do you want to form a life bond? I chose yes without hesitation. In soul-tearing pain, I screamed and collapsed to the ground. Everyone thought I just couldn't handle the blow. They all started mocking me. My school beauty girlfriend, Lu Ruyan, walked over. She spoke with a bit of regret, saying sorry. For ordinary families like ours, the college exam is our only way up. Just now, Lu Liang, the Gunspear Knight, already agreed to team up with me. So I'm not teaming with you. I nonchalantly stood up and replied. No problem. Hearing my calm, simple answer, he was at a loss for words. A feeling of being ignored rose in his heart. He snorted coldly right after. Then turned and left without hesitation. A girl nearby looked at me with disgust. He's just pretending not to care. Ruyan, you didn't do anything wrong. No need to be so humble. All he can summon is a palm-sized black dog. He doesn't deserve you. But right now, I just ignored them. Because after the life bond finished, I actually found the dog awakened. SSS class talent, greedy gluttony. It can turn any food it eats into energy. No limits on its growth. It can break through and keep evolving. Looks like all that pain wasn't for nothing. Looking at the entire daxia, people who awaken SSS talent are so rare, you can count them on one hand. Every time someone like that appears, the nation makes sure they're protected. Because they're just too powerful. I grabbed the little black dog, pulled him up close and said, your name is Hemming from now on. You gotta work hard for me. Hemming licked himself, looking super happy. I tossed him a steak. It was gone in no time. Devoured regular meat, purity plus 0.5. As that voice rang out, Hemming grew slightly bigger. All his base stats went up by 1. And that was just from eating regular steak. If he can eat even more food later, how crazy strong will he get? Thinking about this, my heart was racing. And what shocked me more was I felt my own strength go up, too. Looks like the cheat ability lets me get a boost from my summon, too. Part of its energy comes back to me. Then I spent over 6,000 and bought a full 100 pounds of mutated lean meat. With a thought, I summoned Hemming. Seeing all that fresh red mutant meat, Hemming sensed it. A deep hunger to devour welled up inside him. He opened his mouth and started biting right away, madly turning all the meat into energy. The more he ate, the more power filled his whole body. He was getting bigger and bigger, growing at a speed you could see. At the same time, I could feel myself getting stronger, too. Half an hour passed. Now Hemming was over 2 meters tall. All my stats rose by 10. I was top of the class now. With Hemming's almost cheat way to power up, I could quickly close the gap with others. Thinking about it, I didn't hesitate. I hit the evolution button on the system. The moment I confirmed it, a terrifying talent core in Hemming started pulsing. Suddenly, a special black force of evolution burst out. Cells split, genes reshaped, and life leveled up to something higher. Congrats, your summoned beast Hemming learned the skill, Rend. Congrats, your summoned beast Hemming awakened. A new talent, giant growth. Triples his size and strength. Defense plus 300%. Speed minus 50%. After this evolution, Hemming's stats all shot past 50. And that's just level 1. Even a top-tier summoned creature can't keep up. Humans divided summoned beasts into 4 levels total. Low, middle, high, and peak. Rank is based on talent. S means high grade. SS is peak grade. But a summoned beast with SSS level talent has never even appeared before. Then I took Hemming home for some sleep, ready to see what freaks show up at the college exam tomorrow. The next day, tons of students gathered at the plaza for the college exam. Luan was explaining the details of how to enter the instance. And some things to look out for. This year's exam put students from several top schools together. The competition is absolutely fierce. Lu Liang, who was so confident before, is now sweating buckets. Chenlin, are you still going in? Just quit now. Don't just embarrass yourself. You know what they say. If you never compete, you can pretend you never lost. The one speaking up was Yi Chao. Besides him, there was also Lu Ruyan, dressed in mage robes and looking stunning. Clearly they're on the same team. I ignored them. As the bell tolled, 4 bronze gates swung open at the same time. From the narrow gaps, cold, eerie air burst out. All the students didn't hesitate. They immediately checked which instance they'd be entering. We're assigned to Bone Burial Forest. It's one of the hardest dungeons to clear. All the dungeons are basically the same difficulty. What's there to complain about? You from class 3 got an easier one. So of course you're not complaining. Seeing this, Lewin quickly reminded the students behind him. The Bone Burial Forest terrain is rough, full of trees and thick shrubs. You all must watch out for surprise monster attacks. Always stay alert to your surroundings. Then Lewin pulled out something like a watch. This recorder is made by engineers. It can send your scores from inside the dungeon back out here. Then another bell rang. That meant the exam had officially started. A girl in white armor, with icy blue hair, and a beautiful face stepped into the instance first. That's Su Linshue, our class 3 senior. She chose to enter solo. The more people on your team, the less bonus points you get. If you're strong enough, you go solo. Tons of underclassmen around the plaza started excitedly talking. With a thought, I connected to the instance. A flash of white wrapped just me up. I also chose to play the instance solo. Once everyone entered the instance, a level 20 middle-aged man waved his hand. For water screens began projecting the dungeon scene. At that moment, a flash of white light appeared. Some students from number 2 high chose to quit the dungeon early. All the teachers from number 2 high exchanged looks, and then lowered their heads. They stayed silent. Feeling all those curious stares from around, Li Mingji's face darkened. He stared at the water screen, saying nothing. The image on the water wavered slowly. Suddenly, a lone young guy appeared. He was watching all around carefully through the thick woods. Li Mingji's face showed surprise. Just talking about our number 2 high's job changes yesterday. Did any student stand out with such strength? Hearing this, Lewin didn't know what to say. He knew it very well. I'm just a regular summoner. But right then, after a slight wave of dizziness in the dungeon, I quickly snapped to attention and looked around. Suddenly, I heard something fall nearby. I didn't even hesitate. My left hand gripped the air, and a staff over a meter long appeared out of thin air. A thick, deep green worm leaped down from above. Its head split open wide, showing rows of terrifying teeth. I grabbed my staff. White light flashed out from the tip, striking straight through the worm's body. The deep green worm split clean in two. Like a cut kite, it collapsed to the ground. You've killed a venomfang worm. Gained 5 experience points. At the same moment, something on my wrist flashed a new message. Score plus 15. Everyone outside was stunned. Isn't he a summoner? But that speed and reflexes. Only high agility can do that. Buwan was just as confused. Even though I did great in combat class before, it was never this crazy. After killing that worm, I headed deeper into the forest. Right that moment, strange goblin screeches filled the air, and a bunch of small, ugly creatures appeared. Their skin was shiny green. At a glance, I knew they were goblins. Textbook says they're fierce, love to breed, and turn on each other if there's no food. A rough count said there were 50 or 60. With that many, if they all attacked, I'd barely survive. So I called for Heiming in my mind. A white light flashed instantly, and a long, loud wolf howl echoed through the forest. A cold treant showed up, staring down the charging goblins. Fangs bared, he pushed off with all 4 limbs, rushing forward like a cannonball. The front goblin's skull broke apart instantly. It flew backward with the impact. The goblins on both sides screamed, raising weapons and smashing down hard. Sharp bones struck Heiming's back, snapping with a crunch. Heiming slammed a claw down at a goblin's head, and that goblin's head exploded right away. Heiming ignored defense, going wild and killing everything in his path. Even these dumb goblins could feel pure fear. They stopped attacking and ran in panic. If you show up, you're not getting away. I ordered Heiming where to chase, and went after the nearest goblin myself. Seeing all this brutality, the crowd outside was in an uproar. Holy crap. Do we really have a senior that's strong at number 2 high? It's one thing his summon is powerful, but how come he's so strong himself? In number 2 high's viewing area, all the younger students looked pumped. About 10 minutes ago, when people saw me run into goblins, almost everyone thought I'd be eliminated. But me and Heiming wiped out all the goblins. Seeing this, Li Mingji looked thrilled. Getting this strong so soon? That's gotta be at least a B level. Plus it seems to be a growth type talent. That potential's nearly on par with top summons. Finally, number 2 high has a real prodigy for once. He quickly turned and asked, Chenlin, what's the score now? According to the tracker, he has 560 points right now. He's first in number 2 high. But Su Linshue from number 3 high is way more intense. 830 points, way ahead of everyone else. Hearing that, Li Mingji and the other teachers all gasped. And it's not even been 20 minutes in the dungeon. That's already a shot at the provincial top scorer. Inside the dungeon, orbs of light rose from the goblin corpses and melted into my body. I leveled up to 2 soon. Spirit stat went up by 5. That's the downside of common classes. Even if you keep up with the levels, the gap just gets bigger later on. It turns into an impossible wall. But I can close it thanks to Heiming's bonus. Even though I'm already above the passing line, getting into the academy is basically in the bag. But that's not my only goal. Right now, Heiming was munching on goblin bodies. Let's go, Heiming. The real hunt is just starting. Goblins are group monsters. Since their squad showed up here, there must be a nest nearby. After about 10 minutes, I didn't run into any monsters on the way. That made me even more sure. Dungeon or not, it feels more like a hidden world. Things in there don't respawn automatically, but run on their own rules. Suddenly, a few bone spears came flying from above. Goblins rushed out from every direction, shouting loudly. They waved their weapons and charged. I showed zero fear. My staff turned into a sword and beheaded a goblin in an instant. I went full berserk mode, focusing all my attention, quickly taking out the weak goblins. Every dodge, my blade made sure to end their lives. The whole time, I moved like a butterfly dancing in the wind. My wings were death's scythe. This was fighting like art. Everyone outside was loving it. All of number 2 high. Teachers and students alike looked excited. That fighting style's impressive. He really worked hard for this. His sword skills are even better, cutting throats perfectly every time. If he's off even a little, it's not a kill move. Now nobody's watching anyone else. They're all focused on me, not looking away for a second. Luan twitched at the mouth. 3 years in high school. He'd never seen me pick up a sword in combat class. Not even once. This guy really knows how to hide his skills. That's not good. It's a level 6 raging goblin. There are 13 of them in total. Chen Lin is in trouble. Wait, there are also fire goblins and ice goblins. He went alone to find the goblin nest. Way too risky. All the teachers are getting worried. When these goblins showed up, all the goblins seemed to find their leader. They weren't charging blindly anymore. They stopped attacking without any order. As the fire goblins started chanting, fist-sized fireballs formed one after another and shot at me. I dodged several times, avoiding them all. Other goblins saw a chance and rushed to attack. I turned my face just enough to dodge a bone spear. Then I grabbed the goblin's neck instantly. I threw it up into the air. The incoming fireballs exploded in bright flames, swallowing the goblin's body. I kept acting like a human launcher, using goblins as cannonballs, throwing them at the fire goblins. Wow, you can actually fight like this? All the students watching couldn't believe it. Mr. Lu Wen, the homeroom teacher, was stunned too. Pretty sure I never taught this attack method. I smashed the fire goblins so hard they were dizzy. Their spells ended up hitting their own teammates. Casting spells here means you risk getting killed. After a round of chaos, Heiming fought his way to the rear, taking them out one by one. There were over 100 goblins, now just a few left. Only option left is to run away. But this time I didn't wipe them all out. Just walked slowly behind them, planning to destroy their base directly. Chased the fleeing goblins into a cave. A few little green shapes suddenly jumped down from above the rock wall. I clenched my palm and swung my sword firmly in one direction. The goblin's head and body fell separately. The last 2 were bitten by Heiming, who has night vision. A crunch sound. He swallowed happily. Suddenly, flames appeared around the corner of the tunnel. My face changed. I instantly retreated fast. Ugly shapes covered the rock wall. I looked serious. I shouted loudly for Heiming. Heiming grew massive in a flash. His giant transformation skill. He charged forward, knocking goblins out of the air. Goblins around were scattered everywhere. Heiming's giant claw came down hard, crushing their bodies so they exploded. Blood and flesh everywhere. Right then, a deafening roar echoed. A neck covered in thick fur, muscles bulging, body as big as a house. A tall, scary monster slowly walked out, staring angrily at Heiming. I frowned. It's actually a leopard. Since it's the boss, the troll took a big step and started charging. The cave rumbled loudly. Every step shook the ground. The ground was trembling. Heiming didn't back down at all. He rushed right in. Heiming's claws glowed black and struck the troll first. He left 4 light wounds. The troll felt pain and went even crazier. His huge hands grabbed Heiming's head and slammed it hard, hurt Heiming's limbs. Blood leaked from Heiming's mouth. He held in pain. Seeing Haiming getting pushed back, I quickly used my skill. Buff spell, 20% increase overall. White light shined on Haiming. Haiming instantly flipped the troll over. He tore off a chunk of meat with his mouth. The troll's eyes turned blood red, and triggered its bloodthirst skill. The two got tangled up, dueling harder and harder. I kept up the buff, and cast healing spells too. The fight could be heard hundreds of meters away. Students who heard it were stunned. The lowest level bosses in Bone Forest are at least level 12. Who is tough enough to fight a boss here? A 3-person team rushed over to check it out, hoping to help and maybe get a share of loot. But when they got there, they froze. Because the one fighting the boss wasn't a team, it was just me, alone. I finished the boss off with one last strike from my sword. The troll's HP dropped from 1 to 0. No student dared to step in along the way. Lu Liang and Lu Rian were also there. Both stared at the fight, shocked. Can't believe this wolf could change so much in one day. Another group of 4 came over. It was Zhao Huiyang from the advanced class. He spoke with a smile. Never thought our school had someone like you. I saw my summoned creature was badly hurt. Need help healing? Our team has a priest with a lot of healing power. As soon as he finished, Zhao Huiyang got kicked by the cute girl behind him. I smiled at them and said, no thanks. Thanks. As they heard this, they got ready to leave. As they left, they noticed the score in my hand. 53-20, Zhao Huiyang almost cursed it out loud. Just then, Lu Rian walked over blushing. Just got close. Haiming's blood-red eyes stared coldly. Lu Rian suddenly felt icy chill all over. Her legs buckled and she lost control. I didn't turn around to look at her, afraid I'd fall for her charm again. Then I went back in the cave. Let Haiming keep strengthening himself. After Haiming finished eating all the monsters, a cocoon of energy wrapped around him. Looks like this evolution is way beyond last time. Not sure what new power he'll have after. Wonder what his fighting power will be. It wasn't long. Sharp claws cut open the energy cocoon. Haiming came out, bigger than before. His tree-like eyes turned dark blue. He looked noble and cold. And got new skills, intimidation and fire. Even his talent leveled up. A total transformation. There's just 1 hour left before the Gaokao ends. I rode Haiming to find more monster bases. After about 10 minutes, Haiming and I reached the territory of another boss. The level 15 Twisted Tree King. As I walked up to it, Li Mingji outside frowned. He knows the Tree King's HP and attack are way above the trolls. And I'm only level 4. Being able to fight like this is rare anywhere. Nearly impossible to find in the whole country. Inside the dungeon, the moment I stepped onto the mud, trees with blood-red eyes suddenly woke up. Huge trunks split open, mouths appeared, then they pulled up their roots, and branches stabbed at me. I wasn't scared at all. Suddenly stepped forward, drew my sword instantly, struck 5 times in a flash. Moving so fast, it's just a blur. The branches get sliced instantly. They fall to the ground. My eyes turn cold. I charge at the tree spirit in 3 quick steps. My blade stabs right at its gaping mouth. A flood of water pours out of the huge wound. The tree spirit's health drops to 0 in a flash. It collapses. Seeing their kin die horribly, all the nearby tree spirits surround me, claws bared. Just then, Haiming roars angrily. He crushes the tree spirit ahead with one blow. Then pitch-black flames burst out of him, covering his whole body. The flames ignite the tree spirits and spread to the others. The tree spirits scream wildly. They're twisted in terror. No matter how much they struggle, they can't extinguish these dark flames. The flames are devouring their life force. Even I'm surprised by how intense the fire burns. I didn't expect Haiming's fire to be this overpowered. Soon, all the tree spirits turned to ashes in the sea of black fire. The dark flames returned to Haiming. The fire pretty much lets Haiming skip eating meat. He can absorb energy directly. In just a short time, both Haiming and I level up. My score jumps straight to 7,120. Right then, the ground suddenly erupts. Countless thick golden branches rise up and twist around us instantly. A furious roar echoes from afar. Hundreds of tree spirits rally around. A massive tree king over 100 meters tall appears. I quietly step back. Even with all my base stats boosted, if I hit 50 points, I'd still be doomed. I know my limits very clearly. It's up to Haiming to handle their strongest enemy. Summoned creatures are made for these situations. Haiming's eyes flash with fury. Dark flames ignite on his body. He charges at the Twisted Tree King in his strongest form. The black flames greedily devour everything. Tree spirits keep howling in pain. I find my moment to step in and clean up. Watching their kin die painfully, the Twisted Tree King lets out a long howl. Countless golden branches attack Haiming. Haiming ignores all defenses. He rushes straight for the Twisted King's body. Haiming's sharp claws glow with a black light. He slashes fiercely at the Twisted Tree King, ripping off its bark. The Tree King's face is contorted in rage. Branches jab at Haiming from every angle. But Haiming relies on his tough body, trading blows head-on. The black flames slowly spread upward. The Twisted Tree King is full of fear. He feels his life being eaten away bit by bit. The Twisted Tree King is scared. He desperately tries to run. But Haiming roars back. The black flames suddenly wrap him up like chains. Haiming's attack gets even more ferocious. Just then, the four who just came to help, Zhao Huiyang's group, swallow nervously, looking shocked. Level 15, second tier. And the Twisted Tree King is just getting crushed. Seeing them surprises me too. Right then, there's a loud crash as something huge falls. The Twisted Tree King is defeated. A white light rises around me. Level up to 8. Score jumps another 3000. The rest of the gold creatures, I let them handle. For kills. Scoring is way too easy here. Miao Shanshan's mouth drops a bit. Their score shot up in just 10 minutes. To the minimum for top universities. We used to go all out every fight with monsters. Zhao Huiyang shakes his head. It's Qinlin's Haiming that's so intimidating. These tree spirits wouldn't dare look back no matter how we attacked. Not even one turned around. All the dark flames fly back to Haiming. Haiming grows to 7 meters tall in normal form. My base stats all break 70 points too. Just leveled up to 10. Time for first advancement. That's it for the Gaokao now. The dungeon starts forcing us out. Students return to the wide square under the white light. Everyone arrives in waves. Crowds cheer and welcome them. Haiming sits beside me, 7 meters tall. Steady as a rock. He actually made it to first place. Li Mingji and the teachers are excited, faces red. This is insane. 3 different talents. He's insanely strong on his own too. A summoner taking out so many monsters. That's unheard of. Never happened before. Lao Lu, you've got a star student now. Come on, let's hurry and meet Chen. Li Mingji can't wait and pulls everyone over. Elsewhere at the edge of the square, Lu Rian's face is pale with regret. He gave up on the dungeon an hour ago. Eliminated, his score isn't enough even for elite schools. It's all his fault. His summoned creature isn't weak. But he didn't tell himself. If he'd told himself, he never would have teamed up with Lu Liang. Thinking of this, Lu Rian looks resentful. At this moment, Su Linshui is surrounded by teachers and the principal from third high. They're all sighing. Second high really hit the jackpot. They have a total prodigy. Yeah, totally. Lin Shui, don't feel bad. Your score of 19,500 is already great. Su Linshui smiles, saying she's fine. Then looks curiously towards second high. Deep in thought. Just then, the provincial leaderboard is revealed. No surprise. I'm ranked first. Haiming really is that crazy. He has no growth limit. And each evolution, he gets even more terrifying. I'm already looking forward to my next summon. Back home, I told my sister and mom the news. Plus, the 1 million Huaxia currency for first place is credited. Mom and sis never have to keep living frugally anymore. Then I returned to my room to prepare for the first advancement. You need to complete a randomly assigned rebirth dungeon. Looking at the panel, I quickly choose first advancement. I vanish from my room instantly. Coordinate number 08694. It's a world full of scars. On the brink of destruction. Humanity's flame is about to go out. Can you bring salvation? Or destruction? Optional quest 1, kill 1000 disaster beasts. Help survivors as much as you can. Optional quest 2, help the disaster mother beast devour everything. 10 people in this round. Time limit, 24 hours. Can't return to Blue Star on your own. I suddenly appear in a pile of ruins. I frown a bit. Without hesitation, I pick quest 1. If I go with the disaster mother beast devouring everything, what would Haiming eat? Just then, a figure flies out from the nearby glass door. Countless shards rain down with a petite girl. Landing on the ground. A beast, all covered in blood, crawling with no skin, darted out from the dark shop. It lunged at the girl. The girl struggled to reach for the long blade nearby. But she was still a second too late. Fear of death flooded her mind. Her hands instinctively shielded in front. Right then, a flash of sword sliced through. The beast's head and body split apart. The monster lost balance and fell to the ground. I stared at the stunned girl next to me. I said, "Hello. My name's Qinlin. I'm Luyu." I was about to ask him about this world. Suddenly, a loud shout broke out, "Something's wrong. Everyone, retreat." Luyu's face instantly changed. He grabbed me and tried to leave. "Hurry or we won't finish talking." A car sped straight toward us from afar. I yanked hard, throwing Liu back. My staff swung out in front, ready to take the full force from that speeding car. I was knocked back 10 meters before I stopped. Liu looked worried. He forced himself through the pain and rushed over. Are you okay? I steadied myself, calming my blood. I shook my head, then looked ahead at a two-legged beast, covered with fierce sharp spikes. It's the blade demon. We can't escape anymore. Liu's gaze turned serious. His fingers tightened around the sword handle. The blade demon moved faster. Next second, the ground beneath it suddenly sank. It charged with full strength. Liu hadn't reacted yet, when a shadow flashed right past him, rushed straight ahead. I drew my sword from my tent, clashed with the blade demon's sharp arm. A crisp clang sounded. The blade demon let out a roar. Its other arm slashed at me, aiming for my head. I quickly deflected it, and shouted to Liu, Liu, give me your sword. Hearing that, Liu didn't hesitate. He grabbed the handle, pulled it out and tossed it to me. I locked eyes with the beast, ready to fight. Let's go again. The blade demon felt challenged. It rushed at me, both arms swinging wildly. I wasn't scared at all. One hand sword, one hand blade. We traded blows dozens of times in seconds. So fast, it left after images. After thousands of clashes, I caught a weak spot, tilted my head aside to dodge a deadly attack. Then my left hand's long blade slashed upward. Its sharp blade cut the blade demon's arm clean off, giving it no time to react. My sword stabbed straight into its heart, pierced its tough skin. Behind the stone monster, Liu rubbed his aching arm. He walked over and asked, "You're not from here, are you?" I didn't say yes or no, just smiled calmly. "Can you tell me about this world?" "It's the evil mist, the evil mist. It's lasted a whole month. More and more people can't stand the torture. They go crazy, turned into bloodthirsty monsters. Now the mist has changed again. The sickle, mountains and rivers are all infected. Humans don't know how to survive anymore." After hearing all this, I got a general idea about this world. Just then, a group of over 10 people appeared around the street corner. All of them looked frightened. "Xiaoyu, why are you still here? Run!" the tall woman in front shouted. As soon as she finished, the ground started rumbling, like a raging flood rushing over. Scarlet energy gathered in the sky. Suddenly, loud roars echoed from all sides. Tons of beasts showed up on the rooftops. Their bloodshot eyes locked onto everyone. The scarlet mist formed a wall at that moment, surrounding all the people. Everyone's legs slowed down. Despair filled their hearts. They all swallowed nervously. "Xiaoyu, stick close to me later." Lulu finished speaking, and glanced at me. Thought I was from another survivor group. I didn't care. Just walked straight forward. "Wait. What are you doing? We're surrounded now. This isn't the time for you to play hero." I grinned. No, it's them who are surrounded by me. So many beasts. If I kill them all, my ratings will shoot up." In the white glow of black underworld, the giant black underworld, 7 meters tall, appeared instantly. Its roar shook the heavens. The black underworld's treeling stared coldly ahead. The beast surged like a tide. Then black underworld went straight into giant form. It grew to 28 meters in a flash. Its body towered higher than most buildings. Black underworld pushed with its limbs. The ground instantly cracked with countless spreading fissures. Just like a missile, it rushed into the beast horde. Under the scorching heat, all the disaster beasts didn't last even a few seconds. They died screaming in pain. Their bodies turned into nutrients. Everyone who saw this from behind looked totally stunned. Suddenly, more than a dozen disaster beasts charged at me. Xiaoxin saw this happen. Lulu quickly shouted a warning. She moved fast, trying to help. But in the next second, her body froze in place. Instead of falling back, I moved forward. With my sword and blade, I cut through them like nothing. In just a moment, I took out every attacking beast. Lulu's mouth hung wide open. There are clearly no signs of mutation on me. I should be really weak. Suddenly, Lulu thought of a possibility. Half a year ago while searching for supplies, she met people who were also unmutated, but super strong. Those people destroyed survivor bases in hiding, exposing everyone to the beasts and getting them killed. If someone tried to run, they'd break their legs right away. A bunch of monsters who don't act human. And they even said we were on the same team. Lulu has never forgotten that line. Chen Lin is nothing like those others. He saved me twice. Seems like Liu noticed what Lulu was thinking. Liu quickly explained. Lulu took a deep breath, with a hint of hatred in her eyes. "No matter what, stay away from him. Right now he's attracting most of the beast's attention. So let's break through now." But just as they got close, a bolt of lightning suddenly crashed down. "No entry here." A guy holding a book. A young man with golden hair stepped out of the building. As the golden-haired guy chanted, lightning orbs started to appear. Then, my expression changed instantly. I lifted my blade to block to the side. Suddenly, a dagger struck my blade. A beautiful woman slowly appeared in front of me. I didn't hesitate. My sword slashed right at her waist. But she vanished instantly. Reappeared dozens of meters away without a word. I pushed hard with my feet and dashed right over. Seeing this, the beautiful woman yelled, "Aren't you going to help?" As soon as she said that, a wave of flames burst out of the building. The two clashed together, sparks flying everywhere. "Are you really a summoner?" The big guy in flames clicked his tongue. Blazing heat hit my face. I stayed calm and cold. With my blade, I pushed him back. Four people stepped out from different directions. You can't kill each other in the rebirth instance. If you're caught, you're wanted right away. Except in instances that divide people into factions. Can't believe someone actually picked that side. Didn't Dine teach you task 1? When faced with a rebirth instance, how to increase your survival chances. Disaster beasts obviously have the edge. Anyone who's smart would know what to choose. They all thought I was easy prey for their trap. I just said, "Have you heard this one before? The best hunter often looks like the prey." I showed off so you'd all come over. How could I not be ready to deal with you? Everything you said sounded nice. As payment, I'm inviting you to your deaths. So? I started to grin. Dinner is served. It's time for Haiming to feast. A savage roar echoed all around. Black flames hundreds of meters wide merged into the giant black wolf. In a second, it grew to 8 meters tall again. It looked even fiercer and more terrifying. Everyone there felt deep fear in their souls. Watching the black wolf charge them, chills shot up from the 4's feet to the top of their heads. Their minds nearly snapped from fear. At the moment the wolf's claw was about to slam down, 3 of them forced their bodies to react. They scattered and dodged instantly. But the last unlucky one couldn't even scream before the black wolf ripped him open. Seeing this, the rest broke out in cold sweat. They thought keeping the summon busy was enough. And as a summoner, having strength like them was already impressive. But this summon wasn't just tough and powerful, it also had control skills. Forget stalling it. It's almost impossible not to get wiped out in 3 minutes. Just then, the giant black wolf rushed the next closest person. The golden-haired guy gritted his teeth and quickly chanted a strange incantation. Violent lightning flashed everywhere, forming half-meter thick chains. The chains instantly wrapped the black wolf's limbs and neck. "Hurry, finish him off. I can only hold him for 10 seconds. Before he even finished, the black wolf yanked with its right paw and broke the lightning chains in an instant. No way. That's my AG talent. The golden-haired guy was left in shock. After I buffed Haiming, he got even stronger. Seeing this, no one dared hesitate. Everyone used their best moves. The beautiful woman split into shadows, striking at me from different angles. Suddenly, tons of ice spikes fell over her head, forcing her to keep retreating. A girl with icy blue hair walked over gracefully. Frost started spreading from under her feet, covering the ground little by little. Nearby beasts instantly froze into statues. "I'll hold him off." The big guy roared, flames surging, and charged in. The other 3 attacked together, all trying to take me out. But just then, a loud roar came. "Look at me, you brats." Taunt skill activated. The 3 instantly turned their heads, staring furiously at the tall, chubby guy with the shield. Then, the black wolf appeared behind the out-of-control trio. Next second, claws flashed. The 3 were chopped to pieces. Then Haiming turned and slammed his claw at a building next door. Tons of rubble shot toward the beautiful woman. The flying debris ripped through her clothes and tore into her skin. Haiming caught up instantly, raised a claw and brought it down. Black flames engulfed her completely. On the other side, icy winds suddenly exploded, turning all buildings and life they touched to ice. The big guy turned into a popsicle. Now only one prey was left. Right after, everyone turned their killing intent to the golden-haired guy. His face went pale in an instant. He shot out lightning and turned to run. I dodged everything with a few quick steps. Then I swung my blade, and the golden-haired guy's head flew off. I turned back and asked, "Do you know about the Calamity Mother Beast?" Liu nodded. "It rose above all the other beasts, became a new creature with its own will. Are we going to kill the Calamity Mother Beast?" I nodded. "Killing it is the only way to get the highest rating, and maybe give this world a bit of hope." At this moment, Su Linshua walked over. "We meet again. Chen Lin, damn." Before I could answer, the tall, chubby guy spoke up in shock. Dude, I can't believe you're the provincial champion in Winter Province. No wonder you're so strong. After a short chat, the three of us became a bit more familiar. I also learned the tall guy's name is Luo Xian. I told them I was planning to hunt the mother calamity beast. They agreed without hesitation. We set off for downtown right away. Soon, we arrived at a bridge. Suddenly, a swarm of calamity beasts charged at us, their red eyes glowing. Haiming instantly unleashed his intimidation aura. Then he charged straight into the crowd blocking the whole street. Black flames erupted. My face turned grim. Another mother beast spotted us. Su Linshua's eyes turned icy blue. Like a distant, indifferent god. In an instant, sharp icicles appeared above her head. With a thought from Su Linshua, all the icicles shot at the beasts blocking our way from behind. Countless beasts were pierced through. They fell one after another, like cutting down grass. But even more calamity beasts rushed in right after. All the calamity beasts in the city were gathering here from all directions. The pressure kept rising on me. The whole city, with tens of thousands, maybe millions of calamity beasts. It'd be impossible to wipe them all out even if we were exhausted. So I shouted, "Take down the boss first. Haiming, go after the mother calamity beast." Hearing me, Haiming instantly turned and charged toward the bridge. There's a dangerous presence across it. It's the mother calamity beast. As Haiming reached the far side, a huge dark red tentacle, over 10 meters long, suddenly lashed out from the darkness. It slammed into him hard, smashing through several buildings in a row. He didn't stop until he was thrown over 20 meters away. Haiming roared, blasting the dust away. He got up from the rubble and concrete. His cold vertical pupils locked onto the mother calamity beast. A massive, 60-meter wide eyeball, with countless pupils, also stared at Haiming. Haiming's black flames exploded, and he launched his attack right away. His body shot forward instantly. Haiming dashed forward at full force, making the broken buildings shake wildly. All the pupils on the giant eyeball shrank at once. 15 dark red tentacles whipped at Haiming. Seeing those tentacles come at him, Haiming dodged when he could. If he couldn't dodge, his claws appeared, and he swung them fiercely with black energy. But only a metallic screech rang out. Haiming got hit by one of the dark red tentacles, and was sent flying. The distance he worked so hard to close was opened up again. Before, Haiming always relied on his power and defense after his transformation to get up close and brawl. He just overpowered them. But now, up against the giant eyeball's tentacles, he was powerless. With a roar, he unleashed his black flames with everything he had. Scorching heat burst out instantly, spreading in all directions. Haiming shot forward again. His magic burned up fast inside him. He decided to fight to the death. Meanwhile, I felt pretty tense. Through my soul link with Haiming, I sensed a decline in his life force. It was dropping slowly. Alright, suddenly, Su Linshua opened her glowing, icy blue eyes. Tens of thousands of frozen waters vanished. In an instant, countless calamity beasts turned to ice crystals on the spot. Shards flew everywhere. Seeing a gap, I made a quick decision. To go after the mother calamity beast. Only helping Haiming evolve now gave us any hope. Not long after, the three of us reached the city center. A roar came from ahead. We didn't hesitate, and rushed right in. We soon found Haiming badly wounded, on the verge of death. But his claws still dug deep into the ground. No matter how the tentacles whipped him, he wouldn't give up. He kept pushing forward step by step. Seeing this, I ran straight to Haiming. As Haiming devoured the calamity beasts, I quickly cast healing and strengthening magic. A faint white light shone on Haiming. Haiming's eyes widened, roaring as he blasted the tentacles away. Haiming rushed at the beast horde again. Black flames bloomed like a lotus, and instantly spread out. The giant eyeball noticed something was off, and gave an order right away, telling all the calamity beasts to get clear. But it was already too late. Countless black flames with devouring power poured into Haiming's body. I clicked evolve on my panel without hesitation, and the evolution began. A terrifying black energy erupted from deep inside Haiming, and shot outward, forming a pillar of darkness that pierced the sky. Haiming's body instantly grew over 100 meters tall. Congrats, your summoned beast Haiming learned the skill, swiftness. Congrats, your summoned beast Haiming unlocked a new talent, diamond body. All attributes increased by 60 points. I finally breathed a sigh of relief. A big upgrade, once again. Haiming's eyes locked on the giant eyeball. His whole body looked totally renewed. His tough wolf fur shone with a golden glow, making him look powerful and divine. The giant eyeball's pupils shook violently when the black power burst out. It was terrified by this power that could devour anything, frozen in fear. But that was replaced by endless fury. He could devour and evolve too. He thought he could become the strongest. Thick, dark red tentacles whipped forward together, slicing the air with loud crashes. Hyming stood firm as a rock, unmoved. All 15 dark red tentacles whipped his body, only making the golden light flicker. The fused black flames, amplified by gluttony and gigantification, erupted right away. The black flames turned into a 400-meter-tall beast. Its huge shadow instantly appeared. A 1,000-meter area was drowned in a sea of black fire. Hyming charged up to the giant eyeball, raising his claws. The beast's phantom followed, and smashed down with flaming claws. Several of the giant eyeball's pupils were blinded at once. It let out a painful shriek. Its tentacles whipped Hyming like crazy, but they couldn't do any damage. The giant eyeball roared, absorbing negative energy, and quickly drawing it into its body. Its size blew up instantly. Its dark red tentacles grew sharp barbs. This power was meant to be reserved for the next stage of evolution. But now it had to use those barbed tentacles early, wrapping Hyming up from all sides. Both sides attacked like crazy, making the ground quake non-stop. Roars echoed across the sky. Several hours passed, and in the ruins, only Hyming remained standing. The giant eyeball's many pupils dimmed. My whole body was slowly swallowed by black flames. At that moment, Su Linxue and I both started laughing. Killed the Calamity Mother Beast. And thousands more Calamity Beasts. All these kills will get super high ratings. The next day, a notification popped up. The three of us disappeared on the spot. Time's up. Now calculating your score based on your performance. You killed 8,560 Calamity Beasts in total. Successfully killed the Calamity Mother Beast. Congrats, you got a perfect score. Your class is now promoted to Summoner Swordsman. Rare and unique. Description. This is a strange class born because of you. Congrats, you gained a new class skill. Sword Manifestation. Skill effect. A sword between reality and illusion. Ignores all physical defenses of the target, causing mental trauma. I stared at the panel, a bit surprised. Ignores physical defense. Directly injures the target. Mentally. So, as long as they don't have mental defense, you can kill them instantly. This skill is honestly hair-raising. In my hand, suddenly appeared a sword full of intricate patterns. My mental energy was also drained after making the magic sword. I shook my head. Put the magic sword away. Guess this skill's best as a trump card. I smiled a little. Opened my phone. After accepting friend requests from Hong Yi, Luo Xian, and Su Linxue, I instantly saw a message from Lu Wen. Top Academy Recruitment Advisors. Will arrive today at 2 p.m. You're invited to come to school. I thought for a sec. Nothing else to do. Got up and left right away. Fanyan Second High School. Lu Wen waited at the school gate. When he saw me, he came over immediately. You're finally here. This time, all 5 top academies sent recruitment advisors to our school. That's never happened before in Fanyan City. Followed Lu Wen to the office. Lu Wen took out a dragon-shaped ring from the drawer. This is the reward from City Hall. It has the equipment and skill books you need. My eyes lit up. They're exactly what I need right now. The palm sword I've been using is just standard quality. It had handled too many tough battles. Now, it's broken. I took the sword back. Used my mind to check inside. 2 messages popped up instantly. All-day authority sword. Palm sword form gets elite enhancement. Heavenfall form gains wisdom aura. Constantly restores 50% more mental power. Any skill effect, skill book, close step. Instantly moves within 100 meters. Looking at all this equipment and the skill books, I'm super satisfied. Around 2 p.m., a black car stopped at the school gate. Several men and women got out. Li Mingji looked serious. He walked up, no hesitation at all. To be a top academy advisor, you gotta be a 5th rank class at least. Even the mayor has to show respect. Got to the reception room. Someone looked lazy. Ji Fei sat down and asked calmly where Chen Lin was. Right then, the door opened. Lu Wen and I walked in. Ji Fei looked me up and down carefully. With looks like that, you'd fit right in at Skylark Academy. Feng Yi, sitting nearby, was annoyed. It's whatever when people outside say it. But you Skylark folks really do pick based on looks. Then he turned to me, handing me an olive branch. Chen Lin, join my Blue Sky Academy, we have all the resources. Pick whatever you want. 3 gifts for your enrollment. These 3 are like giving to beggars. Are you questioning the value of a winter champion? Yeah, even Chen Lin looks down on you. Don't go there just to get disrespected. Li Mingji and Lu Wen are stunned by the scene. The atmosphere gets tense for a moment. Anyone who tries to make the first move will be targeted by the other 4. It's turning chaotic. Ji-Fei took a deep breath. He looked at me and suddenly spoke up. The summoning shouldn't have started yet. As long as you join Lark Academy, I can apply for the best resources for you. I'll get you the absolute top summoning materials. Your black wolf has a rare growth trait. Just ask for any resources you need, including offering my daughter. Hearing this, the other four went silent. Even with their perspectives, they felt his offer was too generous. This year, there are at least 10 people above 20,000 points. If we recruit here in winter, it'll use up too much resources. We'd struggle to compete with others later. So it's not worth it. The four gave up in silence. I just shook my head. Everything else is fine. But offering your daughter is too much. Ji-Fei relaxed his brow. He was happy inside. If you like someone mature, I'm okay with that too. I wanted to say that's not what I meant, but stopped myself. In the end, I chose Lark Academy. Not because Ji-Fei is good looking, but mainly because his offer is unbeatable. Soon, the semester started. Zhongtian City, capital of Jiuzhong Province. Lark Academy. Top students from all over the country gather here. They all come together. I just picked a dorm and went in. All the amenities and supplies were there. Right then, my special device suddenly buzzed. A message popped up at the same time. Your summoning materials have been approved. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll help you get it if I can. After sending the message, Ji-Fei leaned back in his soft chair. Beside him, Jiang Weiyue looked confused, wondering why. We have enough resources for 4 provincial top scorers. That's way above Chenlin's worth. No offense, but I don't think he's worth what we're offering. Ji-Fei just smiled at him. The freshman tournament starts tomorrow. You'll see how it goes then. I placed the summoning materials on the floor. I reached out into the empty air. As I used the summoning spell, the room filled with white light. A few minutes later, a butterfly with 2 pairs of red wings appeared before me. It was a 60 centimeters silver butterfly. Don't tell me it's another weakling. I couldn't help twitching my mouth. I checked its stats. Summoned creature, silver butterfly. Level 10, strength 1, constitution 1, agility 1, magic power 1. Only 4 stat points total. Even weaker than my first black Ming. I shook my head. That's a new record for weakest summon. But that's alright. I'll give you unlimited potential. I watched the silver butterfly fly toward me. I held out my finger to catch it. Scanning begins. Loyalty, 100%. Never betray. Connect as life partner? Once I confirmed, I felt soul-crushing pain inside. Congrats, your summon awakened. SSS unique talent, infinite transformation. Can take any form, and gain different powers. At that moment, the silver butterfly turned into glowing light, and turned into me. It said blankly, Master. After a quick check, I finally realized how powerful infinite transformation is. I opened the box. Inside were pieces of battle armor. I pointed at them for the silver butterfly, and focused my mind. The silver butterfly nodded softly. It glowed and wrapped around my arm, instantly turning into silver armor. It slowly covered my whole body. I felt no discomfort or weight at all. Like the armor was part of me. I was satisfied. And infinite transformation lets you fuse with metal, making the armor harder. No doubt, just like greed and gluttony. It's a broken, ever-growing power. Thinking about it, I decided to train my silver butterfly first. I messaged Ji-Fei, asking for a special kind of metal. In just half an hour, the items arrived. A notification popped up. All kinds of rare metals with unique traits. Each one is a valuable resource. I returned to my room. I started fusing the silver butterfly. Soon, the armor felt super tough. Even a second job pro couldn't break it. Now the armor weighs 5 tons. But I feel nothing. But if it lands on an enemy, it'd crush them like a mountain. In the lounge, my 3 roommates looked shocked. A guy stepped up, hi. Fengye from Qingyuan province, 2nd place. Got provincial top scorer with a normal class. That's impressive. Or maybe just lucky. And got a strong summon? A cold guy sneered. He's Longzhou province's 2nd top scorer. Scored 23,000 on the exam. But he just competed somewhere with no real geniuses. To get first place, to him, it's just like in the land of the blind. The one-eyed man is king. Fengye gave a small smile. In my eyes, being chosen by a powerful summon means Chenlin is special. Just as they're about to argue, right then, a voice echoed across the academy. All new students must bring their weapons and gear. And gather at Lark Plaza now. Looks like the freshman tournament's half a month early. Chao Yang, sitting on the couch, said. And there are more and more mutated beasts outside town. The academy's planning to have us clear them out. After hearing that, I went silent. Suddenly, I thought of my past life's world. I didn't expect Blue Star would face the same crisis this soon. I thought quietly. Suddenly, the cold guy said arrogantly. Perfect timing. Chenlin, I'll beat you hard. I'll show I deserve the top spot. Seeing how full of himself he is, I smiled. Let's see who's better. But I'll make sure I come out on top. Lark Plaza. New students gathered one by one. Someone sighed and clapped. Top 100 must clear monsters outside the city. The mutated beasts grow fast under life or death danger. My assistant nodded. He held a tablet and said, the freshman tournament will be held now. And you'll be going into a level 20 to 30 dungeon. Rift Canyon. This freshman competition will decide your future resource allocation. After the announcement, the dungeon gates slowly opened. A powerful aura leaked out, sweeping across the crowd. Some people's legs turned weak. Their lips trembled slightly. Are you kidding me? I haven't even reached first transition yet. How am I supposed to fight? Luo Xian searched anxiously through the crowd. He quickly spotted the person he was looking for. Lin, I see you. The tall Luo Xian ran over with a short-haired, gray-eyed girl. He said before he'd sign up for Skylark like me. I thought he was joking. Didn't expect he'd really do it. This is my sister. Luo Ning, had a strange look on my face. Hi. Luo Ning shyly hid behind her brother. She spoke very quietly. I sighed helplessly and sent them a party invite. When others saw me team up, they started to feel extra pressure. The cold man frowned slightly. Before entering the dungeon, he said coldly, hope you don't lose too badly. I didn't say anything back. The three of us disappeared instantly. Soon all students entered the dungeon. A mentor waved and cast water screen projection. Rift Canyon covers hundreds of kilometers. It's like a giant labyrinth. As soon as the three entered, roars erupted ahead. Perfect chance to test my strength. I focused my mind. A silver butterfly appeared with a flash of white light. Within a few steps, silver battle armor covered me. My right hand gripped the celestial sword staff instantly. Then I drew the silver sword from my back. I stomped on the ground and suddenly appeared right in front of the monsters. They were right there. This move was supposed to be for escaping, but I used it to close the distance. The celestial sword slashed out in a flash, like slicing through tofu, cut smoothly through several monsters. Without slowing down, I turned into a blur, sliced through them in a blink. All the monsters couldn't react, and fell with shocked looks. Seeing this moment, Luo Xian yelled excitedly, Lin, you're awesome. Don't even need to do anything. My XP is shooting up. This is the joy of having a strong teammate. The mentors watching outside were shocked. That speed and damage. Almost like a melee hidden class. These base stats are just crazy. Even if Chenlin advanced to second transition, there's no way she'd have this kind of melee power. Then a mentor thought carefully and said, maybe that silver butterfly is Chenlin's second summon. A summon that can turn into a weapon. Never heard of that. Even the knowledgeable Fu Zhang was surprised. He looked at Ji-Fei's smug grin and shook his head. Right now, more than a dozen people beat Chenlin in points. You get few points from teaming up. If that's all it is, he won't deserve the first place title. He's your future son-in-law. It won't look good for you if he loses. Ji-Fei just started to speak when he got smacked on the back of the head. Fu Zhang had black lines on his face. At this moment inside the dungeon, my silver armor was covered in blood. I can one-shot all these level 20 monsters. Seems I've hit the peak of second transition. Even if a third transition shows up, I won't lose. At worst, I'll still be safe. Right then, tons of negative emotions flooded my mind, trying to make me end my own life. Seeing me freeze up, Luo Xian quickly said, Xiao Ning. Quick, retract your domain. Luo Ning knows her power is weird. She looked panicked and quickly pulled it back. I smiled. It's okay, don't worry. This stuff can't affect me. I checked the tracker. Only got 120 points so far. Pretty slow at this rate. If I want to get strong fast, I have to get first place and get the Academy's resources. Both the Silver Butterfly and Shadow Wolf need tons of resources. Thinking of this, I focused again. In an instant, a giant berserk demon wolf appeared in a white flash. Its scary howl echoed through the canyon. Luo Ning, seeing Shadow Wolf for the first time, jumped in fright and hid behind me. I ordered Shadow Wolf, go. Shadow Wolf, eat every monster in the canyon. After hearing that, Shadow Wolf's eyes turned fierce, and it vanished instantly, charging deep into the canyon. Not long after, my wrist tracker kept chiming as my score soared. I went down another path, ready to farm from both sides. In the distance, a girl swung her crimson thunder dragon, sending it crashing onto a horde of monsters. The ground shattered at the impact. For 100 meters. Dark red lightning exploded wildly. All monsters were wiped out. The girl looked unsatisfied. These weaklings are nothing. Seeing his sister go off again, Ruolan looked helpless. Suddenly, a heart-pounding heat rushed over. Before she could react, she saw Luo Hongying's burning gaze. Crimson lightning burst out, wrapping around her black spear, facing the charging blackrock giant wolf. Just meeting those vertical pupils was enough to spread fear. But quickly, a wild look appeared on Luo Hongying's beautiful face. She charged at the giant wolf without hesitation, seeing her unafraid sister rushing in. Luolan stayed calm, quickly stacking up buffs and shields. With those buffs, her power doubled. Even against a third transition boss, she could put up a fight. They crashed together. A powerful shockwave exploded instantly, blasting out in all directions. Seeing the golden glow untouched on the black giant wolf, Luo Hongying froze up. That last hit was at third transition power. How is it still fine? Shadow Wolf glared coldly down at the human who attacked for no reason. Its claws lashed out instantly. Under that terrifying strength, 3 shield barriers shattered. Luo Hongying was sent flying. Luolan's face changed. She pressed her palms together. A holy avatar dozens of meters tall appeared. 6 saints guardian angels descended. SS talent, Angel's Blessing. A golden shield rose up instantly, covering both of them. Luolan cried, "Sis? Hurry and fall back." Before she could finish, Shadow Wolf raised its claws. Black light appeared, tearing the golden shield apart instantly. He gave the two a cold glance, then walked past them. Didn't even bother to respond. Outside, everything was silent. All the mentors, even the head of the academy, kept quiet. Is this really a summoner who just changed class a few days ago? Power like this? It's terrifying. This is beyond what a second job transfer should be. Seeing this power defy all logic, everyone had the same thought in mind. Unbeatable among their peers. A true prodigy. Looking at Jifei's smug face, Jiang Weiyue was completely shocked. That was basically impossible odds. He really managed to pull it off. Is he really a genius? In the next 10 hours, Heiming took out over 10,000 monsters. Even wiped out 3 third-tier T boxes. Just 1,300 points away from the next evolution. And that's just half a day's haul. But it's getting harder to progress now. Luo Xian and Luo Ning looked totally pumped. It's their first time leveling up so easily. They barely even broke a sweat. I glanced at the score tracker with a smile. We're at 34,000 points now. Not far away. Heiming finished another full round and came back. I casually cast a healing spell. Soon, the dungeon timer hit 0. Bathed in a white glow, we were teleported back to Lark Plaza. Countless shocked eyes looked over instantly. Lots of students around looked exhausted. Especially the cold guy. He slammed the ground in humiliation. He gave it everything he had. But a black giant wolf easily knocked him out with one slap. Then the deputy secretary shouted out, "I'll announce the student rankings. First place, Chen Lin, 34,500 points." Hearing that, the cold guy's eyes went wide. He immediately looked at the hollow screen. My score was right at the top, way ahead of everyone else. The gap after that was massive. Second place, Maple Leaf, only 13,000 points. That's impossible. The cold guy couldn't believe it. He thought the ranking was wrong. Not just him. A lot of people found it hard to believe. How come everyone else, including both top scorers, had such low points? As if seeing everyone's confusion, the secretary explained, "That black giant wolf you all faced was Chen Lin's summoned creature. A bunch of people who tried to block it got instantly knocked out." Hearing that, everyone looked stunned. On the podium, the deputy secretary announced, "The freshman tournament is over. Credit rewards will be sent to your student accounts. You're free to go." Back at my private suite, the moment I walked in, the cold guy looked a little awkward. He hesitated a bit, then took a deep breath and said, "Something came for you earlier. Said it was the second batch of materials. You weren't here, so I moved them into your room." I paused, then smiled, "Thanks." The cold guy turned away and quietly said, "You're welcome." Back in my room, I opened the black chest. There's even more rare metal this time than last. As long as Silver Butterfly gets enough metal, even Heiming can't break it. There's a chance of awakening new traits too. At that point, it's not just defense that's crazy. Its fighting power will soar. I don't plan on just being a weak summoner. That's way too obvious a weakness. If I get targeted, It's way too easy to kill me. After about 10 minutes, all the metal was absorbed by Silver Butterfly. Now, its armor can't be pierced even by a third job transfer. And it weighs a full 13 tons. With that much strength stacked, one punch could shatter the ground. Right then, my 50,000 credit reward for first place showed up. After thinking for a bit, I spent all my points to buy a bunch of fruit resources. Once everything arrived, I dumped it all out at once. Then summoned He Ming and let him eat. Soon, I felt waves of energy boosting him. My whole body feels amazing. He Ming's size is also slowly growing. In just a few minutes, he reached 40 meters tall. After I became a summoned swordsman, I got 5 more strength points with every level up. Guess you could say I totally broke the summoner mold. Used to only add to spirit stats. And had to hide in the back, all squishy and weak. Now, I'm an offensive class. The next day, it's finally time for the official enrollment. All 4 of us from the dorm are in the same class. On the way there, we met Luo Xian and Luo Ning from our class too. The moment I walked into class, a bunch of people turned to look. Seems like they're all still kind of shocked. Just one summon crushed everyone else. Nobody's ever done that before. Right then, 2 incredibly pretty twins walked in. Luo Hongying and Luo Lan glanced around for a bit, then sat right in front of me. At the same time, Ji Fei, who's really tall, walked into the classroom. He scanned the room and said, "I'm Ji Fei. I'll be your homeroom teacher from now on. And seriously, try not to come to me with problems." He looked lazy, but then Ji Fei straightened up. His tone got serious. "You're all the best from your provinces, and worked hard to get into this school. You want better resources, right? But honestly, after decades of planning, the foreign races now have the advantage. They're getting stronger. It won't be long before they break through our defenses." Hearing this, everyone looked shocked. But society seems so peaceful and orderly now. Entertainment is even booming and growing. The media keeps saying everything's getting better. There's no negative news online at all. It all seems calm and safe. But now we're being told disaster is coming soon. Seeing their shock and doubts, Ji Fei slowly said, "Aren't you curious? Why you basically never see anyone above 5 evolutions? Even the strongest military forces in a whole big province only have people with 4 evolutions at most. That's as powerful as it gets." When he said this, everyone started thinking back. It really is true. Honestly, there should be advanced fighters everywhere. It's not like they'd be rare. So why are they so hard to find in real life or even online? It's almost impossible to see even one. Suddenly, everyone started to have a scary suspicion. Anyone who graduates from a top academy gets at least up to evolution 4. Most of them just go straight to the front lines without hesitation. That's exactly why life in the rear is peaceful. Ji Fei went on. News that would cause panic like this isn't allowed to spread by any country. Because of that, lots of regular people don't know what's actually happening. For now, the real urgent issue is the mutated beasts are getting larger in number. If we don't stop them soon, the foreign races will notice and attack early, no doubt about it. So Ji Fei glanced at the class again. It's time for us to step up. Every school is sending its top students to the military base to start culling the mutant beasts. Anyone willing to volunteer to go to the military base and help reduce mutant beast numbers, stand up now. As soon as he finished, the classroom was filled with the sound of chairs scooting back. Of course I didn't hesitate at all. Luo Xian and Luo Ning saw what I did and immediately stood up too. Fighting mutant beasts is something we have to do sooner or later anyway. Now we're just starting a bit earlier, that's all. Slowly, only about half the class was still sitting. Seeing this, Ji Fei smirked. Having half the class volunteer is already better than expected. Everyone, let's go. We're heading to the army base. A chubby guy still sitting down stared wide-eyed. Wait, we have to go too? That's right. Everyone in this class is in the top 100 freshmen. So you're all some of the best students here. Of course you have to go. The reason I waited until now is because the military wants to pick out the volunteers and pay special attention to you. Ji Fei looked serious again. If you really can't bring yourself to do it, there is a second option. Quit Skylark Academy. About 20 people who were still hesitating. Suddenly, half of them stood up. Ji Fei led everyone out of Skylark Academy. Dozens of troop carriers were parked outside the main gate. Soldiers in uniform stood by, faces serious, waiting. As all the students boarded the transports, the once busy Skylark Academy suddenly felt empty. Inside the carrier, Ji Fei picked up a file of documents and said, "This time, we're heading to the Hingduan military base, which is 900 kilometers from Zhongtian City. Ahead of it is the Balian mountain range. That area covers hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Weather surveys show that just on the outskirts alone, there are tens of thousands of level 10 to 30 mutant beasts. If you go in deeper, there are just as many level 40 to 50 beasts. All you need to do is clean up around the edge. All this time, the front lines could only hold them off by using technology to fight many with just a few. But now for some reason, their attacks are getting fiercer. They're hitting our lines from all sides, day and night. That's why our cleanup operation can't rely on the front lines at all. About 8 or 9 hours later, the troop carriers finally stopped. The heavy doors swung open to both sides. Several soldiers in black uniforms lined up in front of us. It was pretty clear they'd been waiting for us. The soldiers all saluted together. That moved everyone watching. We couldn't help but straighten up and look more serious. Ji-Fei walked over and said, "Everyone, follow me to the mission pickup point." Everyone looked around along the way. The military base was huge. Artillery turrets stood all around. Defenses are tight. Soon we reached the mission center. A female soldier waiting there handed everyone a black smart wristband. The wristband looks just like the one we used during college entrance exams. Except now it also has mission and map functions. There's also a rescue alert button. Just tap it, and the base will immediately get the signal. Dispatch a rescue team right away if needed. At the same time, everyone close by will also get notified, so they can rush over too. Welcome to Shaoyai. Happy to serve you. For this mutant beast cleanup operation, each student needs to take at least one mission a day. You haven't hit your quota for today yet. Please go to the center and accept a task ASAP. When a task is done, the wristband will beep a reminder. I went straight to the screen showing all the missions. Looked them over quickly. Better play it safe. I should pick some regular tasks for level 3s. Suddenly, I felt like someone was staring at me. I looked back immediately. It was Luo Xian and Luo Ning, following me this whole time. They looked at me with puppy dog eyes. With their skills, going out there alone would be really tough. Let's go together. I grinned. I guess I should watch out for them. The two of them nodded over and over, gratitude basically pouring out from their eyes. Seeing this scene, Maple, who was going to invite Ronan, stopped walking. Suddenly felt a bit of a toothache. Twin siblings were bad enough. Now they're even coming for Ronan. Center field is super dangerous out here. Anything could happen at any time. How about we watch each other's backs? Maple turned away, feeling uncomfortable. Put on a caring face and said to Li Zhongfeng, "Get lost and find someone else." Li Zhongfeng looked annoyed. Picked a mission and left with a female support from his class. "Chao Yang, we're not done talking." Chao Yang cut him off right away. "At least you're also from a combat-type hidden class. Don't be such a coward. Go find some reliable people for your team. If worst comes to worst, just hit the SOS button. If we're nearby, we'll come collect your body." Suddenly Maple felt hostility all around. It didn't take me long to pick 3 missions, to wipe out a berserk black ape 200 kilometers away, twin-fang tiger and blood spirit crocodile. All the mutant beasts' locations were reworked with formations and tagged with observer drones. Micro-drones sweep the area to get data. Each mutant beast has its own territory. Normally, they don't go far from home. For this operation, all the bases are well prepared, so the trainees can hunt mutant beasts more easily and safely. Of course, their safety is considered too. Everyone going out on a mission can get 3 high-explosive grenades and a high-power handgun with 7 armor-piercing rounds. That's enough to injure a level 20 mutant beast. I'm not confident in my shooting, so I just took the 3 grenades. Anyway, my punch is stronger now. Then an armor-piercing round. Turned and left with the 2 others. Soon we drove into the Balian Mountains. I quickly swapped Silver Butterfly into battle armor. That's when my smart wristband chimed. "Would you like Xiaoyai to turn on the flashlight?" I immediately said yes. A second later, a bright white light lit up the area for about 10 meters. Everyone at command looked serious, watching us through a nearby drone. They quickly found our route was off. We're about to enter the level 30+ mutant beast zone. Why aren't they stopping? Quick, check what tasks they took. A middle-aged man in a major general's uniform said sternly. The woman at the screen controls heard this. Quickly tapped for a bit. Sounded shocked. Kill a level 33 berserk black ape, level 36 twin-fang tiger, and level 39 blood spirit crocodile. All these missions need a 3rd advancement rank. The last one is nearly 4th advancement difficulty. Are they nuts? Yang Xiao rubbed his temples. These are the best rookies at Skylark Academy this year. He's only level 16. How dare he take on missions 2 whole advancements higher than himself? That's a death wish. But those types, The kind who stand up first no matter the danger. Usually never betray humanity. Even if they act reckless, we can't ignore them. He sent word right away. Told 4 attack helicopters to get in position. If they're in danger, move in at once. Yang Xiao let out a long sigh. Compared to other bases, our Hingduan base might hold us back. Suddenly my wristband chimed a warning. You've entered the berserk black ape's territory. The moment that voice sounded, a giant snake crashed through the bushes, about 4 meters thick. Its massive, scaly body stretched dozens of meters. It bared its sharp fangs and lunged right at me. That bloody mouth looked like it could swallow me whole. I turned at lightning speed, grabbed the giant snake's fangs with both hands, and used my strength. With my super strength and 13-ton weight, the fangs snapped off instantly. Blood sprayed everywhere. The pain made it jerk its head back. But I didn't give it any chance to breathe. The ground caved in under my feet, and I zipped right to the snake's face. Slammed it with my fist. Its spine cracked and shattered right away. The snake let out a miserable screech. Its cold eyes filled with fear. It instantly tried to escape. I grabbed it from behind and slowly dragged it back. The snake thrashed about in terror. The ground shook constantly. But it was useless. I punched its head. Its flesh exploded. Its skull was smashed to pieces. I grabbed its lower jaw with both hands and ripped it in half. This brutal scene made Luo Xian and Ronan shiver in fear. Meanwhile, the command center, who saw everything clearly, went silent. Everyone stared in shock. That's just insane. He's only level 16, right? And he actually took on a level 29 giant python head-to-head. Just what kind of freak is he? Yang Xiao silently lowered his head, checking the file in his hand over and over. It clearly says his class is summoner. That's right, but suddenly, a roar echoed through the screen. Everyone in the room was stunned. Looking tense, a massive, muscle-bound leopard ape, nearly 50 meters tall, jumped down the mountain, apparently awakened by the fight, and charged at us, furious. The female officer blurted out in shock, "Oh no. It's a berserk black ape. How did it hit level 34? Mutant beasts evolve every 10 levels. He can also smash the giant python in a few punches." Yang Xiao shook his head, not feeling optimistic. In all of humanity, people who can bridge such a huge power gap are rare. His hand was already on the radio. If anything goes wrong, he'll have 4 choppers move in. I didn't have time to grab any loot when a massive, savage shadow swooped from above. The ape's huge fist slammed down. It threw its fists like hammers at me. I wasn't scared at all. Drew my sword from my back and swung. It struck the ape's rock-hard fist head-on. A shockwave blasted out around us. But I was totally fine. Silver Butterfly blocked all the damage. The black ape roared again. Its body swelled several more times, quickly reaching 70 meters tall. Then, like swatting a fly, its hand came crashing down. But I flashed right above its head and swung my blade down hard, at point-blank range. I used my skill. That move was supposed to be for saving myself. But now I used it to get in close. That terrifying slash lit up like neon and hit the ape on the back of the head, but only left a half-meter deep gash. The black ape roared in pain and spun its huge body around, swinging its fists wildly. But I dodged every blow. Then I got up in its face and slashed my blade at the same spot over and over. The black ape instantly lifted its foot and stomped hard. The ground shook in an instant. Dust shot out in all directions. But I was already over 10 meters away. Seems like 13 tons and strong winds. Still can't really injure the black cloud. This is already my limit. Thinking of that, I didn't waste another second. A sword, half real, half illusion, appeared in my hand. Its blade was covered in strange white markings I couldn't read. It looked mysterious and deep. I felt my spirit drain out in a flash. My mind instantly felt heavy. First time showing up. Let me see what you can do. I slowly raised my hand. The black ape's hair stood on end. A shiver went through his mind. Like something invisible was threatening him. It's this ant causing it. The black ape lunged forward, wanting to finish the fight fast. But my hand was already swinging down. My spell sword cut right through his body. There wasn't any warning. His massive body crashed to the ground. The wind blew away the swirling dust. His body was alive, but his mind was totally gone. I took him out in a second. I put away the warship. Honestly, just wild. The black ape's power was fierce. Its presence kept other mutant beasts from getting close. Plus, the fight ended really fast. Seeing this, the armed support choppers in the distance slowly turned away. It got real quiet in the command center. Everyone just stared at the screen. Most people didn't even understand what happened. Yang Xiao thought for a bit. He figured it must have been some kind of mental attack. Skills like that are super rare. But what really shocked him was how powerful I was. That I could actually beat someone 18 levels above me. That wild black ape didn't even get a scratch. And this wasn't even some crazy special move. It was like my normal power. That's what's really scary. Most monsters that can beat someone a whole major rank up take down enemies with big bursts or ULT moves. And it's never their consistent state. It's not steady power. Both can cross big level gaps. But it's a huge difference. If you can keep that up all the time, and jump 2 major ranks in strength, you'd be an absolute nightmare for the aliens up front. Thinking about that, Yang Zhao's heart started racing. He felt super excited. He strode out of the command center and walked into a plain little room. Shut the door and launched layer after layer of hidden seals. Then Xiao Xian pulled out a communicator. Zhang, across the base. I've got a genius here. He's insanely strong. I'm badly hurt right now, and I might not be able to keep him safe. After about half an hour, there was a response. Tell me exactly how strong he is. Yang Xiao thought about it. Same level. Even if both of us team up, he'd slam our heads into the ground. There was silence for a second. That's wild. I doubt anybody in the whole human race could keep him safe. He'll probably get assassinated by the aliens. Yang Xiao felt a bit helpless. He can crush me with one hand. But facing you, Zhang, hard to say. Hearing that, the other side replied right away. I'll discuss with the other thrones. At the same time, Luo Xian looked at the huge ape's body, eyes wide with excitement. He shouted that we didn't need Haiming at all. We can already fight level 34 mutant beasts. Brother Lin is just too strong. I smiled without saying a word. Then focused my mind slightly. Summoned the 40-meter-tall Haiming. Told him to eat up both mutant beast corpses. Evolution points increased by 0.2. Still a long way from over 1,200. After thinking for a moment, I took the life crystals I got from killing mutant beasts before, and tossed them all into the black flames. Each crystal gave at least 1 point. My eyes lit up. With this, I finally found a way to level up fast. Then I took the other 2 and went deeper in. Half an hour later, a giant tiger over 30 meters long, with long sharp fangs charged out. But before it could attack, Haiming glared with his vertical pupils, and the tiger froze in fear. Then the ground exploded open. Haiming appeared right in front of the tiger in a flash. His claws slashed out. A single strike with terrifying power sent the tiger flying. The huge recoil made the tiger crash through several giant trees. For hideous wounds appeared on its face, and blood gushed everywhere. But before it could recover from the pain, Haiming was already standing over it again. The urge to run filled the tiger's mind. In terms of speed, it was no match for Haiming. In just over 10 seconds, the tiger was completely devoured by black flames. Such a brutal scene. Even scared the command center a little. Even just looking at those tree-like pupils on screen, they felt chills all over. It felt like they could die any second. Yang Xiao gave a bitter smile. He felt the next generation was overtaking the old one. 3 people and a beast were moving through the mountains. An hour later, here, this whole area was full of level 30+ mutant beasts. But with Haiming's presence, not a single beast dared to get close. Just then, a huge crocodile covered in blood-red scales, over 100 meters long, suddenly opened its bloody vertical pupils. A terrifying aura burst out, warning intruders in its territory. Haiming instantly bared his fangs. A savage aura exploded from him. His presence was even scarier than the crocodile's. Next second, his body grew rapidly, reaching almost 300 meters long. The crocodile, feeling the pressure, charged in anger. Each step made the ground shake. Haiming's body erupted in black flames. He raised his claws, black light flickering. At the same time, a ring of golden light rose from his skin and fur, radiating unshakable power. The giant croc opened its huge jaws, with rows of razor-sharp teeth. But biting into the gold light, its mouth couldn't close. Haiming just glared coldly at it. He raised his paws and smashed down hard. Thousands of bloody scales were torn off instantly. Flesh and skin mangled. At the same time, the crocodile roared fiercely, swinging its heavy tail, blood light swirling on it. Its aura was terrifying, whipping up a fierce wind at Haiming. The ground was gouged with 4 deep trenches. Haiming barely managed to hold his ground. The croc attacked again. Its front limbs kicked up, biting Haiming, and dragging him into the lake behind. Huge waves splashed up. At the bottom of the lake, where the 2 giant beasts fought like crazy, churning the water muddy. Haiming's black flames never went out, and the water around them kept heating up. Even with the environment advantage, The croc was still totally suppressed. Using its strength ability, bloodlight spun wildly. But it still couldn't do any damage. Just a few minutes later, the huge lake had dropped by half. Suddenly, the surface exploded open. A massive black wolf shot out of the water, almost 300 meters long, with a crushing presence, and a terrifying aura swirling around it, making people tremble inside. Even though Haiming wouldn't attack them, Luo Xian and Luo Ning still couldn't fight the fear. Even the command center watching the screen felt the same. As for the giant croc, there wasn't even a scrap of it left. At that moment, little AI on my wrist spoke up. All tasks are complete. You can submit at the base's mission point. When we got back to Hingduan base, it was already 1 a.m. I went straight into the mission point, found a female soldier, and turned in the tasks. The soldier asked in disbelief, "You really finished them?" I nodded. I brought up little AI's recordings as proof. After a while, she finally reacted. "That's 200 contribution points total. You guys did this as a team. How do you want to split it?" Following her suggestion, I transferred some points to the other two. I glanced at Luo Xian and Luo Ning. Right now, teaming up with me isn't helping them much. And they're not getting stronger. Looks like it's time to find better teammates for them. Shortly after I left, a line of text suddenly appeared on the district's big screen. Mingke Academy, freshman, level 16 summoner, contribution points, 100, rank, 1245. Not just at Hingduan base, but other academy-filled bases too. The same line was displayed at the same time. Right then, many students at the district were shocked. Who is this guy? Got 100 points in one shot. Finished at least 2 tier 3 missions at once. I'm a freshman too, and I only have single-digit points. Same here. I only dare to take tier 1 missions. These mutant beasts are way too fierce. Even with my higher level, I still get beaten up. Most sophomores and juniors only have a few dozen points. Very few freshmen have even hit double digits yet. Everyone was shocked. Because he's only level 16, a freshman, but he already finished 2 tiers above. He took out 2 level 30+ mutant beasts. At Luoxiang base, Feng Yi was in a meeting on how to kill a level 60 beast outside. Then he suddenly saw that name on the leaderboard and froze for a second. No way. Hearing Feng Yi's gasp, a few instructors looked over. Old Feng, you know this student? A freshman? Hundreds of points on the first day? That's wild. Feng Yi nodded. Said that's the recruit I told you about. The one we missed out on. Jifei really offered too much back then. Otherwise he might have been one of our Beilong students. After hearing that, the instructors realized. So it's Shuangdong Tian. But soon someone shook their head and said, he probably had some strong upperclassmen carry him. Otherwise, how could he earn that much alone? No way to get over 100 in one shot. Not bad on points. But that's not the right way to go about it. This round of cleanup, besides preventing mutant beast riots, it's also meant to toughen ourselves. Yeah, things are urgent now. We should focus on getting stronger. Chasing the rankings on purpose is pointless. All the mentors shook their heads. Feng Yi let out a long sigh. He originally had high hopes. But I am actually a bit disappointed now. At that moment, he glanced at the young man in black not far away. He smiled and said, Xiao Yunshu. Mission complete. Hearing this, Xiao Yunshu walked over. Yes, Mentor Feng. I killed 2 level 27 mutant beasts. I could have come back much earlier, but I ran into a level 33 armored lizard on the way. Took a lot of effort to kill it. Xiao Yunshu sounded calm, like it was nothing. Feng Yi's mouth twitched. He was truly impressed. Only level 17 and already taking down level 33 mutant beasts. You new guys just keep getting stronger. Xiao Yunshu smirked a bit, looking super confident. Don't worry, mentor. This really is a big deal for a prodigy. But I'm unbeatable. I'll crush every opponent and claim the throne of humanity. Xiao Yunshu sneaked a glance. Noticed all the mentors were covering their faces, silent. Then he saw a name on the big screen, and his face froze up instantly. He just couldn't believe it. No way, that's impossible. How can anyone be stronger than me? 100 contribution points. Even if I count the armored lizard I killed, I'm still behind. Seeing how shocked Xiao Yunshu was, Feng Yi had to explain, and said, earlier, we figured it might be the result of an upperclassman helping out. Don't worry about it. Xiao Yunshu finally felt relieved. But the excitement of finishing the second promotion was gone. He quickly said goodbye to Feng Yi. Then without hesitation, headed toward the dark mountain range. Meanwhile, I returned to my dorm and had barbecue with my roommates. I entrusted Luo Xian and Luo Ning to their team. Next day, 9 a.m. I got to the district and picked 2 hard 4th promotion missions. Once I entered the mountains, the female officer yelled to Yang Xiao. He just took on a hard level mission for a 4th promotion fighter. Hearing this, Yang Xiao gasped hard. Taking on enemies 2 tiers higher isn't enough for him? Now he wants to challenge 3 tiers up. 4th promotion means fighting level 40 plus mutant beasts. That's a real turning point. Even if the helicopters run out of ammo, they still can't even scratch a level 40 mutant beast. Notify the mentors at Skylark Academy. Have them send someone. Let's follow. I'm worried about Chenlin. Got it. The female officer got to work right away. Soon, the info was sent via smart wrist device to 3 Skylark Academy mentors in the Hingduan base. Once they got it, they quickly discussed for a bit and decided to send Jiang Wuyue. If Chenlin hits the SOS button, he'll get help immediately. Meanwhile, within countless giant trees and vines, a huge black wolf was dashing through. It reached the mission site in about an hour. At the time, a massive 3-headed snake, level 44, was making warning sounds. I quietly raised my hand. A transparent, mysterious sword over a meter long appeared. As I slowly swung it down, the 3-headed snake's eyes narrowed in fear, sensing death approaching. The next second, one of the left heads let out a piercing scream and collapsed lifelessly onto a rock. Seeing this, the other 2 heads quickly nudged it a few times, but when it didn't move, they instantly panicked. Then I ordered Heiming to bite it. Following my command, Heiming roared and suddenly bulked up. He grew to nearly 300 meters long, covered in pitch-black flames. Feeling this terrifying aura, the 3-headed snake opened its mouth wide, spitting out purple poison. Heiming took it head-on, sank his fangs right into the middle tongue, and dragged it to the ground. They rolled around together. One of the other heads saw its buddy getting mauled, roared, and bit down hard. Golden light sank into Heiming's flesh, and the poison rushed through his body instantly. His strengthened body let Heiming withstand the poison's effects. Black light flared on his claws, and he slapped away, the head biting his tongue. Just then, I drew the sky sword, vanishing in a flash, and appeared before the 3-headed snake. The sky sword stabbed in hard, making the snake wail in pain, tongue thrashing. At the same time, Heiming's flaming claw swung down, slamming it deep into the ground. But the snake's tail, as thick as 30 meters, swung up, sending a blast of wind toward me. I quickly raised my blade to block, like a missile crashing into the ground. Seeing this, Heiming went berserk. His claws exploded with black light, ripping the air as he struck. The snake's tough skin was now as weak as paper, leaving gaping wounds meters deep. Heiming spun around and bit down on another snake head's neck, tearing at it like mad, trying to rip it off completely. 2 giant beasts, both over 100 meters long, fought fiercely. Dirt exploded everywhere, and giant trees fell. I stood up from the dust clouds, totally unharmed. India's defense is still super reliable. Watching the 2 beasts go wild, I sat on a nearby rock, waiting for Heiming to wear it down. Just then, not far away, a tall woman in white battle armor was silently approaching, but I quickly grabbed my combat blade, silver light flashing, and slashed instantly. But I was quickly surprised. Mentor Jiang Wuyue nodded, looking a bit amazed. He felt the weight from the blade, and even at level 59, had to use some real power to block it. Mentor, why are you here? Hearing my question, Jiang Wuyue calmly withdrew his slightly trembling fingers, and replied calmly, just passing by. I heard some big commotion here, so I came to check it out. Just then, a snake head, over 30 meters long, crashed down from the sky. With a bang, dust rolling over the land. A fierce roar echoed for miles. Heiming stood on the 3-headed snake's corpse, black flames hungrily devouring it, converting it into energy and purification points. That body, over 300 meters long, looked like a true doomsday beast. Jiang Wuyue was shaken by what he saw, even from this distance. That brutal aura felt like it could swallow everything alive. Even he felt a chill. The command center exploded with excitement. Spanning 3 major ranks, a whole 28 levels apart. He actually pulled it off. Damn, this power is insane. I feel like he's even stronger than that guy with 3S level awakened talent. Even Yang Xiao looked fired up. Countless black fire snakes drifted across the sky. They merged into Heiming's body. His body quickly shrank. He came over to me, laid down to rest. After Jiang Wuyue checked in, she left. After checking the map and the route, I hopped on Heiming and set out again. After devouring the three-headed snake and its life crystal, Haiming's size grew a full meter. Its evolution points went up by 10. At this rate, maybe 4 or 5 days is all it takes. Haiming might evolve again. With this evolution, Haiming's life force would reach advanced summon level. Its talent would fully level up too. By then, its power would get even crazier. Suddenly, there was a huge, crashing sound, mixed with roaring. A wild bull charged over. Its whole body was covered in thick, dark yellow scales. Both horns were over 30 meters long. The ground cracked open under its giant hooves. Second target, level 45. Ragehorn Bull saw it too. I didn't hesitate. Buff applied right away. Haiming let out a loud roar. His size exploded again. Black flames blasted out. A golden glow appeared at the same time. Full power unleashed instantly. Just then, the bull's sharp horn slammed into Haiming. He raised his front claws, blocked it with both paws. The insane impact sent Haiming flying backwards, leaving long, deep marks. In a blink, the two beasts rushed thousands of meters. The drone sped up to keep pace. Meanwhile, Commander Li Yongxiao gave immediate orders. Told the trainees en route to clear out fast. God-level summons. Won't care about anyone in their way. The female officer heard him and started working right away. Haiming stretched out his claws, covered in dark light. He suddenly powered up and flipped Ragehorn Bull over. Its huge body crashed to the ground. Dust clouds rolled everywhere. Just then, a team of 2 guys and 3 girls ran for it. Hundreds of meters away, they looked back. They seemed shocked. So this is why Command told us to leave. Good thing we moved fast. Or we would have been caught up in that and not made it out. Wait, one of them is level 45. How's the other one just level 16? Shit, are you telling me that's a level 16? The 5 couldn't believe their eyes. A female instructor nearby noticed the chaos. She got ready to go handle it right away. But Jiang Wuyue appeared quietly, blocking her path. No need. That's my Skylark freshman's summon. Hearing that, the instructor froze up. Her eyes went wide in shock. Freshman? You're not joking? Seeing her reaction, Jiang Wuyue gave a tiny smile and calmly said, he's definitely the top of his class this year. The instructor's face went blank. That's not just talented. That's a total freak show. A freshman with 4 phases? I've never even heard of power like that. So this is the level of Daxia's top university? The instructor looked complicated. He's your student? Jiang Wuyue froze for a second. Coughed and said, sort of. He and Ji Fei have been best friends since they were kids. His student is basically like my own. Makes perfect sense. Hearing that, the instructor looked a little envious. Half an hour later, Haiming finally finished off Ragehorn Bull. He shot a fierce glare all around. After realizing his master wasn't there, he quickly turned back. Not long after, he discovered he was being chased by a 50-meter frog. Getting smacked made me instantly furious. In a split second, I charged over. Struck down with a terrifying palm. One shot killed the level 36 mutant beast. Seeing that, I finally relaxed. He used recovery with his breath. After a half-hour rest, the man and the beast set out again. Hunting mutated beasts above level 40. Completed 2 tasks. I didn't choose to go back to the checkpoint. Going back and forth takes too much time. I'm fine earning fewer contribution points. The main thing now is to help Black Ming evolve fast. Then I'll reach level 20 myself. Enter the rebirth dungeon. Ever since I learned the human situation wasn't great, I felt this urgency. Late at night, roars echoed through the mountains. Black Ming was wrapped in terrifying power. At his feet were 2 level 42 mutated beasts. Dark flames devoured their corpses. The energy transformed and merged into Black Ming. I'm breathing heavily. My mental strength is drained. I can't even keep up the recovery spell. My mind feels weak. My stamina's almost gone too. My whole body tingles and aches. Just now, I used my own body by force. Held off the other beast for Black Ming for a few minutes. Nearly wiped out. But the gains were worth it. After a full day, I killed 15 mutated beasts above level 40. Black Ming grew to 58 meters in his normal form. All stats increased by 58 points. Each stat broke 300. If I faced the wood-horned wild bull now, it'd be done in 10 minutes. And beasts like these 2 level 42s nearby are just easy for us now. Evolution points went up by 195. Only 1,020 points to go for perfection. When I returned to the Hingduan base, everyone finally relaxed. The female officer swallowed hard. Couldn't help but exclaim. That's insane. 15 mutated beasts over level 40 killed in one day. If those counted for contribution points, should be over 2,000. Hearing that, everyone looked impressed. The highest score here in Hingduan base. The top trainee only has 700 points. Right, that's Qingkong from the Skylark Academy. 3 winters ago. Number 1, what about other bases? Yang Xiao asked. The female officer typed quickly. Replied right away. At the Luoxiang base where North Dragon and other academies are. The highest trainee score is 1000. Next is Cloud Sky Academy in the south, 890. Blue Sky Academy in the west, 850. This mutated beast cleanup. Over 100 academies are involved. Spread across more than a dozen military bases. Starting with the largest area. The most beasts in the mountains. Then slowly clearing nearby regions. The whole thing may take months or even longer. Until the mutated beasts are no longer a threat to the cities. Why's the gap so big? Looking at the top trainee, the difference is huge. Progress at Luoxiang base is way ahead overall. Yang Xiao frowned. The female officer said. North Dragon Academy ranks top every year. So most people prefer to apply there. This year is the elite test again. Genius candidates everywhere. You can imagine the competition is fierce. Everyone's giving it all they've got. Nobody wants to fall behind. But that's a good thing. The faster they clear, the sooner extra efforts can help other bases. Support the bases that are lagging. Besides our 5 bases, those led by top academies, the other 13 are really struggling. Mutated beasts above level 20 haven't really decreased. Yang Xiao nodded. So we need to hurry too. Try to support the other bases. I arrived at the checkpoint at 2:30. The streets were still brightly lit. Many trainees hauled in beasts by armored vehicles. Some started open-air BBQs. After reporting the tasks, my ranking shot up like a rocket. From 1245th to 10th place. I'm not bothered by it. Turned and headed back to the dorm. Just opened the door. Maple darted over right away. Looked at me like I was some monster. Honestly, Chen-Lin, are you even human? That combat jump is crazy. I just smiled. Sat down in the chair. The academy forum's gone wild. Maple sat beside me. It's so shocking people thought an older student was helping you. People are protesting that. If you got the 100 points for finishing the transfer quest, that was still believable. There's some room for doubt. But now almost everyone suspects it's fake. They think this can't be real. Now Qingkong is in trouble. He's the main suspect. A lot of people are blaming him. I asked curiously why. Meanwhile, a friend request flashed on my smart wrist. It was Qingkong, the upperclassman accused of helping me farm points. I agreed right away. After accepting, Qingkong sent one line. Interested in the level 52 flame dragon tomorrow? I read Qingkong's message. Replied, I just want the life crystal and flame. The points for the dragon's corpse are yours. Decided on the meeting spot and time. The next day I walked outside the base gate. Qingkong waved to me right away. A girl at his side brightened up. She greeted me. I'm Yikashi. The other guy is Wang Yao. I nodded. 4 of us got into the armored car towards the mountains. On the way Qingkong explained. Dragongxi has a hint of royal bloodline. Talents unclear. We'll need to be extra careful. Wang Yao and I will go on offense. Kashi will help from afar and heal. Chen-Lin, how strong is your summon? I said calmly, it can handle flame Dragongxi, no problem. Hearing this, their eyes lit up. They thought they picked the right person. Honestly, if my strength barely matched a level 40 beast, I wouldn't be any help in this fight. Seeing my confidence now, they felt much better. After driving 200 kilometers, we got out. Qingkong stopped walking, turned and said, here's Dragongxi's lair. I'll lure it over. Get ready to hold it off. I said calmly, no need. I moved my thoughts. A 58-meter black giant wolf appeared. Its savage power swept out instantly. Ferocious roars echoed thousands of meters. Countless beasts ran in panic. The 3 were shocked. With the roar, inside the rocky cave, huge yellow slit eyes snapped open. A terrifying aura exploded instantly. A dominating roar shot through the sky. The giant rock Dragongxi came out. Every step it took made the ground shake. Its massive body stretched over 500 meters. Covered in rock-like scales. The pressure around him is suffocating. Qingkong and the others look serious. We still underestimated him. But my expression stays calm. I send a mental message to He Ming. He Ming instantly grows into a beast nearly 500 meters long. Jet black flames explode. Golden light appears. The aura gets even more terrifying. The 3 are completely shocked. Up ahead, giant rock Longshi's tree eyes show disdain. He can feel it. This beast's life force isn't as high as his. Only those black flames make him feel even a hint of threat. Ming suddenly gives a taunting look. Giant rock Longxi goes into a rage. His forelimb stomps down hard. The ground shatters. Massive, sharp stone pillars shoot up. They charge at Ming. Ming doesn't dodge. He stands firm in front of the four. With his steel body, he blocks the claws directly. Black light appears. He shatters the pillars instantly. Now giant rock Longxi is already charging in, roaring. His giant, heavy palm breaks the air. He slams down hard. Ming swiftly dodges to the side. He counterattacks with a swipe. But only manages to scrape off a layer of scales. Giant rock Longxi then turns and strikes at Ming. This time, adding his special power. Yellow light sparkles brightly. The impact's weight shoots up instantly. It crashes down like a mountain. The force is massive. Even the air explodes with sound. Ming's golden shield barely lasts before shattering. He gets knocked back dozens of meters before stopping. The fight starts in a flash. Qin Kong jumps in right away. He quickly casts group buffs. Single target buffs all go to Qinlin. He makes the summon call decisively. He knows giant rock Longxi is way tougher than expected. This level 50 mutated beast with royal blood is totally out of their league. Even at equal level, it'd still be a brutal fight. Still, he's amazed. This summon can withstand a level 52 mutated beast at just level 16. That's a 36 level gap. Its strength is insane. Yi Kersen nods quickly. A shining gold glow lights up on her. 4 5-pointed stars appear under the three and Ming. Power keeps flowing in. All the auras are cast on Ming. Ming's stats suddenly jump a ton. Seeing this, Yi Kershi's stunned. These buffs on Qin Kong would at least double his power, but they boost the summon way less. It's wild. Yi Kershi keeps going. She focuses her mind. Activates her talent. The goddess of judgment's blessing. After a short chant, a goddess holding a sword appears over the black wolf, slowly showing up over Ming. Her shut eyes open. In that instant, a terrifying killing pressure bursts out. I quietly cast enhancement. With all these buffs stacked, Ming's stats hit 2000. His magic raises, and the black flames burn hotter. Even being 100 meters away, Qin Kong and the other two feel the intense heat. This change makes giant rock Longxi extra serious. He suddenly looks at Qin Kong. All three show fury, eyes narrowed. Qin Kong looks tense. He draws his sword. Activates his talent. Breaks limits to the max. The ground explodes under his feet. He dashes like he's teleporting. He appears above giant rock Longxi's head. In a blink, he slashes a dozen times. But it's like slicing hard stone. Doesn't even scratch him. For giant rock Longxi, it isn't even an itch. Qin Kong doesn't get greedy for more damage. He immediately retreats. Just as he leaps off giant rock Longxi's head, giant rock Longxi suddenly roars to the sky. Next second, yellow energy bursts out. It spreads for hundreds of meters. A field forms. Crushing gravity presses Qin Kong down. He gets slammed straight to the ground. Qin Kong struggles to his feet. A huge palm casts a shadow, coming down from above. Yi Kershi's face changes. She unleashes every defense she has. But the barriers are weak as paper. They shatter instantly, can't last a second. Despair hits Qin Kong. He ignores the pain and tries to break free. Just as the giant hand is about to crush him, a black shadow dashes in. Its force knocks giant rock Longxi over. The blast of wind is like a mountain falling. Seeing the huge black wolf standing before him, Qin Kong looks grateful. He quickly gets away from the pit and returns. Qin Kong gives a bitter smile. I didn't expect giant rock Longxi to have a second talent. His battle power might surpass level 55 mutants. We're basically useless now. I was worried I'd hold you back before. Now it's the total opposite. If not for Ming, he'd for sure be dead. At that moment, the yellow field expands again. Under that scary gravity, Ming is pressed down hard. Qin Kong worries, can he win? Yi Kershi grits her teeth. Sweat drips down her cheeks. She keeps healing and buffing Ming with all her might. If not, let's just retreat together. We should abandon this quest. I stay calm and tell them to fall back a kilometer. Ming's about to go all out. The three are stunned. This still isn't his full power? But they only freeze for a second. Then they turn and run without hesitation. Half a minute later, the three look back from a kilometer away. A crazed roar shakes the whole area. Terrifying black flames explode out. They spread a kilometer wide. The brutal aura peaks. Within several kilometers it's like a smokestorm. A 700-meter monstrous shadow slowly forms, giving off a desire to devour everything. All three go pale. Fear fills their hearts. Yi Kershi's legs go weak. She can't even stand. He can feel it. The goddess of judgment shielding Ming. is torn apart by this power. To him, this force is as devastating as losing faith in a god. She was just slapped out of existence. Meanwhile, giant rock Longshi's eyes fill with terror. He's engulfed in black flames. Layer after layer of scales melt away. Any yellow energy he releases gets devoured. Even his earth domain is crushed. Haiming gives a mocking look again. Giant rock Longshi is instantly furious. He charges in, roaring. His giant palm pushes aside the black flames, striking down with yellow light. Haiming stands his ground. The monstrous shadow lifts up, its flaming claws formed by black fire, tearing out like lightning. Their clash explodes in black and yellow shockwaves. The massive sound echoes everywhere. Suddenly giant rock Longshi feels a sharp pain in his hand. Its tough armored scales were torn open by the flaming claws. The terrifying heat was slowly draining his life away. Finally, he started to panic. He pushed his abilities to the max. He spun around suddenly. A tail, hundreds of feet long, whipped through the air. Haiming leapt lightly, dodged the attack, then appeared right in front of giant rock Longshi. Claws slashed down. Giant rock Longshi let out a miserable roar. He always relied on his tough defense. He was almost never injured. But now, he was on the brink of being seriously hurt. Even though his defense and strength are great, his speed is slow and clumsy. Compared to Haiming, who uses the shadow's attack range, he kites and drags him easily. So all he can do is stomp in place, raging helplessly. Half an hour later, giant rock Longshi's legs could barely hold him up. His life was almost gone. His eyes filled with fear. Haiming was completely unfazed. All that showed in his vertical pupils was greed. The pitch-black flames roared. Claws slashed out. Landed the final blow. Giant rock Longshi roared in bitterness. His giant body crashed to the ground. It was swallowed up by black fire in seconds. Just then, a drone rushed through the sky. The command center saw the apocalyptic scene on the ground. Everyone was in shock. Yang Xiao locked his gaze onto the massive black wolf. No sign of giant rock Longshi. He instantly understood what happened. He sucked in a sharp breath. Surprised at how much more this guy keeps shocking me. Crossing 2 major ranks was already the human limit. Then he took out 3 corrupt serpents, across 3 more ranks. Now, he took out a mutated beast king at level 52 while at level 16. That's a gap of 4 full major ranks. Yang Xiao was now sure the target was Qinlin. He sneered, time to set up a good trap. This net to catch big fish. It better be solid. Tomorrow, post the battle video of Qinlin killing 3 corrupt serpents to the university forum. Let everyone know Daxia is unleashed. Everyone responded with excitement, sunny sky above. The 3 of us went back to the starting spot. Yikashi looked at me with admiration. Qinlin, bro. Your summoned creature is insane. Wang Yao and Sunny Sky nodded too. Sunny Sky said, everyone thinks I led you here. But actually, you led me. Wang Yao and I didn't really help this time. You and Kishi can split the points. I shook my head, let's just do it like we said. I still want to hunt more level 50 mutated beasts. Can you guys help me out? After devouring giant rock Longshi and his life crystal, Haiming gained 150 evolution points immediately. That's 10 times what a level 40 mutant beast gives. Kill 10 more, and maybe he'll evolve again. Sunny Sky's eyes lit up. He agreed happily. Yikashi's support was crucial. Next, the 3 of us started clearing out the nearby level 50 to 54 mutant beasts. Until midnight. When I saw Haiming reach full evolution, I called the other 2 to go back. Everyone at Command Center praised us. They said, we actually killed 11 beasts above level 50 in one day. That's even faster than the instructors, said the female officer nearby. There are only about 1,000 beasts over level 50 in Bailian Mountains. Total is just over 1,000. At this speed, we'll wipe them out in a month. Yang Xiao nodded, pleased. These level 50 beasts are a lurking danger. After we kill them, the smarter giant monsters won't dare attack us easily. Back at the dorm, I picked up my special device and used points to apply for 10 grade 2 life crystals. Points are worth more than credits. This is the Frontline's trade system, and you can only get them by contributing to humanity or, of course, clearing out mutant beasts is natural. The life crystals arrived quickly. I opened the safe. I grabbed all 10 thumb-sized crystals in my hand. The crystals exploded instantly. Fragments surged into my body. My level shot up to 20. I saw the second advancement prompt on my profile. I clicked without hesitation. A flash of white light appeared. When my vision cleared, I was already on a plane. A transparent box popped up. Coordinate 00996. This world is invaded by corrupted races. They enslave everything. Breed and grow stronger. Quest, kill corrupted. Participants, 1. Time limit, 24 hours. Can't return to Blue Star on my own. I frowned a bit. Corrupteds are one of the races attacking humankind. They still have power to invade other worlds. My gaze turned serious. After a while, I reached the edge of a cliff. Beside a huge plantation, groups of gray-skinned monsters over 2 meters tall gather. Each has horns on their heads and stands upright, looking vicious. Bloodshot eyes glare. They push numb-faced humans to cut their own blood, feeding small trees covered in black bark and blood-red fruit. Seeing all this, I was furious. Under flashing lights, my armor covered my body. The ground burst open. I jumped off the 100-meter-high cliff. As two corrupted chatted, a giant crash sounded from behind. They turned, confused. Amid the smoke, a silver blur rushed out. In a blink, I appeared right in front of them. My armored fist swung hard with a white shockwave. It landed right in a corrupted's face. With the crack of nose bone, he flew dozens of meters like a missile. Slammed into the mud. His brain rattled. Had it not been for his tough body, his head would have exploded. The other corrupted looked terrified. He gathered black energy in his hand, formed a spear and stabbed at me. I didn't dodge. I grabbed the spear tip and crushed it. The corrupted spun in panic. Called for his kind. But I'm faster. Drew my blade and struck, splitting him in two. Gray blood splattered on my armor. All the corrupteds finally reacted. Pairs of angry, terrifying eyes stared at me. I didn't fear them at all. My blade slowly shifted, becoming a mighty spear over 3 meters long. The heavy swing made the air boom wildly. Then I turned into a blur. Appeared instantly 3 meters from Strong Iron. Strong Iron raised his shield to block, but was blasted away instantly. He smashed into the cliff wall. He struggled free, and looked at me seriously. My strength and speed were way above his. He's a Ring 3 corrupted. But there are 80 corrupteds in the plantation. Strong Iron smiled cruelly. Let's all rip him apart. Feed the blood fruits. All corrupteds roared. Black energy surged out. The air was filled with a disgusting vibe. I wasn't affected. My body surged up. I charged with my spear. Swept the air with a bang. The two closest corrupteds got their skulls blasted by my spear. Spear tips kept stabbing forward, striking my armor but not breaking through. As corrupteds were stunned, my spear broke through and struck. I instantly wiped out a bunch. I was like a human-shaped beast. With 220 strength points boosting me, I wielded the 13-ton spear, opening a huge river of carnage. Corrupteds fell everywhere, broken. Strong Iron started to panic. He conjured chains from black energy, wrapped them around me. Quick, help restrain him together. Just as he finished, Strong Iron felt a huge force pull the chain. His body moved uncontrollably, rushing forward. The terrifying spear crashed down from above. His expression changed. He burned his talent wildly. His skin cracked open. Hard black keratin grew out. But the spear still split him in two. Seeing his brother die brutally, Jinta's eyes burst with rage. He turned and ran toward the royal city. I changed my spear into a gun, aimed at Jinta's silhouette. Arm muscles tensed. Fired with all my strength. The battle gun pierced through. Blasted his skull instantly. The others roared immediately. He's out of weapons now. Go. Just as the words ended, I punched the charging corrupted's head off. Started hand-to-hand fighting. Every punch came with a white shockwave, and soon, all 80 corrupteds were smashed by me. Just as I was about to pick up my gun, a huge eye appeared in the sky, formed by gray runes. At that moment, I looked up at the giant gray eye. Looks like I've been spotted. I took a deep breath, focused my mind, summoned Black Abyss. Its massive 100-meter form bursts with vicious power. Now, a huge wave of corrupteds is rushing over. To be safe, I clicked Confirm Evolution right away. With my click, a surge of primal power shook inside Black Abyss. Terrifying evolutionary power swept its whole body. Then, black beams pierced the clouds, smashing the gray eye directly. The world seemed to tremble. Black Abyss roared toward the sky. Its brutal and terrifying aura echoed, spreading for thousands of meters. Congrats, your summon Black Abyss got the Spring Surge skill. Congrats, your summon Black Abyss got new talent Death Twin Eyes. All attributes rose. I let out a relieved breath at 9+ points. Another thorough upgrade. The fire power is the strongest. Upgraded into Sky Flame. After fusing 3 powers, it can finally form a domain. As for Death Twin Eyes, I haven't used it yet. But a level 1 talent can't be weak. Just then, runes floated in the sky again. A giant gray eye reappeared. Right after, waves of corrupteds charged in from the horizon. The 10 at the front were level 55. This is a level 20 rebirth dungeon. No human has ever seen this before. I focused my mind. My gun shifted shape. Turned into a spear. I told Black Abyss coldly, leave none alive. As soon as the words ended, Black Abyss's size shot up. Quickly transformed into a giant beast 550 meters tall. Over 1,000 meters long, terrifying and black. Pitch black flames erupted from its body. Its deep blue tree eyes changed into gray insect heads, filled with death energy that chills any creature. Its vicious roar echoed for dozens of kilometers. Under its aura, all corrupteds froze. They felt deep fear from inside out. Those burning flames covering its body made them feel extreme danger, even from miles away. The scorching heat hasn't faded. With a body over a kilometer tall, Hyming moves slowly. No. It's just a span of a few hundred meters. This step instantly makes the 5-ring Elods alert. Suddenly, Hyming bursts forward. The ground over hundreds of meters instantly cracks. He uses speed boosts and fist surges together, absorbing the energy of heaven and earth. His figure appears within the Elod crowd in a flash. Gray heavy eyes coldly stare at them. Hyming raises his massive palm to slap. A huge shadow falls. Many Elods are smashed into pulp under the giant palm. They're instantly devoured by black flames. Seeing this scene, the leader, Raelis, immediately yells, "Ignore the monster. Go kill the human." Watching all the Elods run around him, Hyming's eyes turn ice cold. Then his front paw comes down. Accompanied by a roar, black flames explode thousands of meters out, consuming everything inside. Countless Elods panic instantly, not only feeling scorching pain, but their lives are swiftly stripped away. In just a few seconds, the weaker Elods turn to ash. Raelis is shocked. Damn, what kind of power is this? It can burn my life essence directly. Life essence means lifespan. Once lost, it can't recover. Unless you use rare treasures. He quickly orders an attack. If we keep this up, even if we win, we won't have much time left. 9 5-ring Elods nod. They instantly pull out all sorts of weapons. Everyone uses their strongest attacks. But when their attacks hit Hyming, a golden light appears, radiating unshakable power. All their attacks are completely blocked. Raelis grits his teeth. How can his defense be this strong too? Suddenly, the giant palm slams down, as if a whole mountain is falling. With booming explosions, Raelis instantly bursts out black bone wings from his back, darting decisively away like a sword. But his mind suddenly fills with endless terror. A pair of ruthless heavy eyes tinged with death's wings appear in the shadows. Staring at him, Raelis freezes. Under the boost of those death eyes, the intimidation is greatly enhanced. Then the giant palm hits hard. Raelis can't move at all. The land collapses instantly, like an earth dragon turning over. Seeing this black giant wolf like a disaster, the remaining 9 Elods can see fear in each other's eyes. This beast is terrifying. It's just like a monster. Let's run. The other 8 Elods quickly nod. They all burst out black bone wings, desperately flying toward the royal city. Hyming completely devours Raelis under his palm. Then he lifts his heavy gaze, looking coldly ahead. He casually locks on, and an Elod appears behind him in a flash. Sharp claws shine with black light, and shred directly. Witnessing this, the 8 remaining 5-ring Elods break out in a cold sweat, wishing they could grow another pair of bone wings. At that moment, Hyming's heavy gaze bursts out. A death's-wing aura that creeps out the Elods directly surrounds one Elod, with a gray zone. His life is wiped out instantly. Meanwhile, I look at the other approaching Elods, expressionless. My figure darts out with a war spear, sweeping everywhere, striking at the Elods. Under the overwhelming neck light, flesh bursts open. Silence falls. Soon the surrounding 100 meters are filled with ashes and bodies. Finding the battle resolving Hyming, I speed toward where the Elods came from, ready to wipe them all out. This round, Hyming devoured thousands of Elods. Hyming's size grows another 5 meters. He needs way more energy to grow now. Evolution points only increased by 100. Much harder than before, nearly 10 times. Just then, a massive city hundreds of meters tall appears in my sight. Countless Elods have already retreated. Only a level 59 Elod stays behind alone. Raetis's eyes are ice cold. Behind his 6-meter-tall body, a pair of terrifying black bone wings open. His whole body wrapped in pressure. Black falling energy turns into a physical airflow, making the surroundings turn dark. Looking at this figure, my voice is cold. Such a disgusting aura. Hyming, you handle him. I'll kill the other Elods. Hyming's size instantly explodes to a kilometer. Black flames erupt. Like a massive disaster beast. Fierce power sweeps in all directions. A kilometer of plains cracks. Heiming shoots out in a flash. Appears in front of the giant city. Seeing this black giant wolf that's 100 times bigger than him, Ryatus's face shows no emotion. His claws burst with dark light and strike out. Air falls like lightning. The instant it hits, the tough city walls that are like steel blow apart, fragile as paper. But as the attack is about to hit Ryatus, it's blocked by a shield formed from black airflow. It can't break through. Just a mere giant beast that's not even royal level. You think killing some ants means you can cause trouble? Ryatus speaks calmly. He snaps his fingers. The black shield instantly swells and explodes, blasting Heiming back hundreds of meters. Then the black power surges. In a blink, it becomes a giant magic blade over 100 meters long, radiating a terrifying fallen aura, turning all nearby grass gray-white. Around Ryatus, rings of dark air keep rising. Power jumps to the max instantly. I'm the Demon King, son of the Elod true race. Not some weakling. Prepare for your death. Ryatus swings the magic blade forcefully. The blade shadow, hundreds of meters long, slashes Heiming. Gold light appears on Heiming's surface. But it breaks after just a few seconds, unable to withstand the blow. Heiming roars, grabbing the magic blade with both paws. Relying on his 2,500 physique attributes, his body blocks it by force. The ground sinks tens of meters instantly. In front, the magic blade slices out. A huge bottomless crack. With one blow, Heiming takes quite a hit. Ryatus looks indifferent. Impressive. You survived one attack. Now I'll give you a chance to be my mount. As long as I go kill the human, don't get in my way. Hearing that, Heiming's eyes fill with rage. He glares fiercely at Ryatus. A furious roar shakes the world. Black flames explode. In an instant, they're spreading thousands of meters wide, covering everything inside, burning fiercely. An utterly terrifying force. A fierce shadow over 2,000 meters slowly forms. This shadow is almost turning solid. Its aura makes everything tremble. Feeling the power that devours all, Ryathes's eyes grow more serious. His very life essence is being stolen. Heim's dark eyes glare coldly at Ryathes. No need to move. Raising its claw, instantly slashes down. Ferocious phantom. Synchronized movement. Ryathes looks unsettled. He pushes his fallen power to strengthen his shield. Still can't block the terror of the feral phantom. The pitch-black flame claw slams hard into the ground. Ryathes looks grim, feeling his life essence constantly stripped away. He erupts in fury. A terrifying force bursts from within. But it barely expands 10 meters. No further progress possible. He's instantly stunned. Before he reacts, the phantom's claws strike again. Ryathes crashes through the sturdy city wall, flying back hundreds of meters. Just then, Ryathes's body suddenly grows to dozens of meters. Black markings cover his skin. His dark bone wings unfold wide, stretching over 100 meters. A long black hair slowly gathered and gripped in his hand. Dark energy explodes wildly. Innate fallen demon form. Prepare to die. Ryathes roars. He vanishes in an instant. Crashes with a boom. Dark flames blast out. Sharp black hair pierces through. But Heim reacts even faster, using the phantom's attack range boost. He bats Ryathes away like a fly. Slammed into the ground. Blows open a huge crater. Ryathes struggles up, gritting his teeth. Born as a vicious noble, he's never suffered such humiliation. Bakeen, what are you waiting for? Activate the fallen heaven lock. The voice echoes from the array to the distant rear. A black curtain covers the whole city like an overturned bowl, enveloping the massive city. Each chain is dozens of meters wide. Chains laced with fallen power emerge from the void. They coil tightly around Heim. Countless dark streams seep along the chains, corroding his body, as if trying to turn him. Seeing Heim bound up, Ryathes laughs madly. With tens of thousands of fallen ones powering it, even at 6th ring strength, escape is impossible. I'll give you some real pain when the time comes. Right then, Heim roars fiercely. Heavenly blaze fusion. Greed devour gigantification and death double gaze, 3 powers. Pitch-black flames erupt violently, expanding instantly by a kilometer. Deadly intent flows throughout the realm. If you're in the sea of black flames now, you're defined as dead. Even undying gods can fall here. Meanwhile, Heim's ferocious phantom turns fully solid. Giant eyes appear. 2 pairs of dark heavy eyes filled with deadly intent. Closing them can wipe out anything in range. He reigns like a true overlord, opening the heaven furnace death domain. A field fused from 3 talents. Absolutely terrifying. Right now, Ryathes' smile freezes. His gaze shifts to fear. inside the heaven furnace death domain. His life is constantly devoured and transformed by the dark flames. And the deadly intent slowly erodes him. Damn it, let's see if you burn out first. Or if I turn you first. Ryathes looks insanely determined. All the power of corruption was unleashed. It merged into the chains, corroding them. The force became even stronger. Countless corrupt energies covered Haiming's whole body. They aimed to completely taint his body and soul. Haiming roared up at the sky. His strong will slowed the corruption's advance. Ever since he was born, he was weak due to his mutated body. He was abandoned by the wolves in the cruel forest. Hunger and cold nearly stole all his warmth. His master's call saved him from death. From that moment on, Haiming decided to follow his master forever. He never fought for a contract or soul bond. His very existence was meant to fight for this cause. Meanwhile, the fierce shadow also roared. It needed no orders from Haiming. The swirling black-gray energy shattered the chains instantly. The giant claw came down in a flash, ripping through the restraints. The fierce shadow slowly turned to Layates. Its gray eyes were cold and indifferent. A terrifying killing intent erupted from deep inside. Layates suddenly felt an extreme sense of danger. His entire body turned gray in an instant. In just a few seconds, most of his life was erased. He was right at death's door. Suddenly, black energy exploded from within him. It crushed the death intent. Layates looked grim. The protective power he'd gotten from his father was gone. He didn't dare stay any longer. He turned and instantly fled. But on the other side, I was already at the rear of the giant city. On the vast palace plaza, I hurled my war spear across hundreds of meters. It pierced through the air, charging straight at the tens of thousands of corrupted foes. In a flash, it took out a large group. The rest of the corrupted howled, each unleashing their corrupted power. Thick black currents formed long chains, binding me in place. Countless corruption surged along the chains. I felt nothing at all, but Silver Butterfly's cry echoed in my mind. A deep frown came to my face. I grew serious. Just as I thought of taking the hit myself, a fierce roar suddenly echoed from afar. A massive corpse, dozens of meters long, crashed through countless buildings, smashing down over a huge area. Corrupted crowed below. The sheer force crushed them into blood and flesh. A giant black wolf was unstoppable. Its kilometer-long body smashed all buildings in seconds. Its brutality made every corrupted creature tremble. Seeing that huge corpse, the corrupted were in disbelief. Lord Layates was actually dead. Fear instantly swept through their ranks. Haiming casually broke the chains. I sighed in relief, looking at Haiming, who was still wrapped in Deathwing. I furrowed my brow. I can't let him use the Death Eye again. Otherwise, the backlash would be too much for him. Sensing my worry, Haiming explained to me in thought. Deathwing will fade on its own after a while. Hearing that, I gave a nod. Then I started searching the palace for all corrupted foes. After clearing the palace, I walked out onto the plaza. Suddenly, the sky darkened. A flood of corrupted energy filled the air. It gradually took the form of a shadow. Finally, a shadow hundreds of meters tall formed from the corruption. It solidified completely. The outline was still blurry. It wore fierce battle armor. A disgusting aura exploded instantly. Waves of black energy rushed outward. Even with Silver Butterfly shielding me this time, I could still sense the danger. Just then, a cruel laugh came. Hehehe. Now this is the fallen angel phantom, made from tens of thousands of corrupted souls. It has 6-ring strength, and contains a hint of the original's true power. Bakum spoke in anger. Kid, you killed our master. You're coming with him. I didn't respond. I drew the celestial sword from the ring world. Preemptively cast strengthen and heal on Haiming. As the roars echoed, Haiming transformed into his giant form. His kilometer-long body radiated fierce power. He was just as strong as the fallen angel phantom. The heaven-refining formation, merging 3 talents, expanded its domain instantly. The black flames burst out with golden streaks. They carried the power to suppress. The dark domain was instantly forced back. Dozens of corrupted looked tense. They quickly retreated. None dared stay in the black and gold domain. How is this possible? His domain is different than before. If you stay inside, your essence is drained, and your power suppressed. This time, no fierce phantom formed above Haiming's head. Instead, gold and black patterns covered his body. They glowed with a mystical light. Majestic and imposing. The suppression was terrifying. Everything around became unbearably heavy. Gold and black power exploded out. It felt like a god or demon ruling hell. His roar shook the whole area for miles. With the formation boosting him, Haiming's body was even tougher. Every blow carried suppression power. Heavy and terrifying. Dozens of corrupted looked more tense. They poured their corruption into the fallen angel phantom. The phantom stretched another 100 meters, getting even bigger. 2 pairs of black ancient wings spread for a kilometer. The darkness swelled rapidly, clashing with the heaven-refining domain non-stop. They were totally incompatible. Waves of gray and black gold shockwaves exploded over and over, spreading all around. This fight was on another level. No one could get involved. At the same time, in a gray palace worlds away, on a throne of bones, a humanoid in fierce gray armor suddenly opened black eyes. A terrifying aura awakened instantly. Some corrupted were using my power. He calmed himself, searching the past. Soon, a faint connection led him to send a trace of thought into the fallen angel phantom. The phantom's eyes shot out gray light at once. It was no longer an unconscious puppet. Now the fallen ones will enter the phantom's body. His gaze turned to He Ming. He marveled at the black wolf. Not even half a year old. But so powerful, 6-ring level. What terrifying potential. Just then, as the roar echoed, He Ming charged through the dark domain. He ignored the corrupting energy. A domineering claw, shining with suppressive power, appeared. Black light flashed. He fiercely tore at fallen one, making him frown. Its figure retreated a kilometer in an instant, trying to shoot to the sky. But He Ming wouldn't let go, moving even faster. Terrifying suppression made the phantom freeze for a moment. Taking advantage of the opening, He Ming leaped high, ripping with both claws. Under the suppressive force, the fallen phantom crashed into the ground. A massive kilometer-wide pit opened up. It shook the world. He Ming charged again without pause. The formation's domain made him even stronger, giving fallen one no chance to escape. He slashed his palm in a frenzy. Both of fallen one's gray eyes flared at once. The power of death was relentlessly erasing him. Even though the fallen shadow isn't alive, the eyes of death still define it as dead. No exceptions. At this moment, fallen looked serious. All 4 innate powers combined. Even though a bit of consciousness faded, it didn't matter. But this black wolf had way too much potential. It had to be taken out. Otherwise, before long, another human would become a throne-level powerhouse, making it harder for the true fallen to invade. At this point, fallen stopped hesitating. All his corrupted power exploded at once, forcing back the black nether formation. Then he shot into the sky. Right after that, endless corrupted power surged in from all directions. All the corrupted were terrified to find their own power was being sucked out uncontrollably. It drained their bodies until they died. A jet-black spear, over 1,000 meters long, began to form. Its terrifying power blasted the air with booms. Waves of black air currents shot out everywhere. It was a shocking sight. And that wasn't all. The dim field around him kept shrinking, eventually wrapping around the spear. This was a throne-level transformation. Field control far surpassed any lower beings. He could spread the field to suppress foes, or compress it onto a weapon, doubling its power. Fallen's eyes stayed flat. He instantly locked onto me. The next moment, Black Ming lunged out a kilometer. His huge body blocked me straight on. Fallen sneered, knew it. Knew you'd guard him. Now die. But the next second, his move suddenly stopped. He saw that the refining field didn't expand, but started shrinking inward. Power compressed, with a booming blast. Finally, it fused with the body, and black gold lines glowed intensely. A wave of crushing force exploded for miles. The ground instantly caved in dozens of meters. Countless rocks were reduced to dust. Fallen was shocked and furious. A kilometer of black fur shot out, cutting the air. It was like black lightning. It pierced straight at Black Ming. This attack was almost as strong as 7-ring destruction. But under Black Ming's suppression field, it slowed by half. Black Ming roared, grabbing the fur tip with his claws. 2 terrifying powers clashed and exploded. The shockwave spread for tens of thousands of meters. Black gold lines flashed wildly now. Black Ming's defense and strength kept getting tougher. He didn't back down at all. The ground under him kept crumbling. Luo Tian instantly drove his corrupted power to the max, making the black fur even sharper. But after minutes of grappling, cracks finally appeared at the fur's tip, and kept spreading. With Black Ming's roar, he unleashed his full power and field. The 1,000-meter spear shattered into countless black pieces. At the same time, the fallen shadow ran out of power, turned into black mist, and faded away. At the last moment, Fallen memorized what I looked like. His mind returned to the gray palace. Fallen rose from his throne, his presence like an abyss, making every witch tremble in fear. He's only level 20. How can he compress a field? He looked serious. Such insight and control were terrifying. To break through to 10-ring throne, that black wolf had done it at level 20. What shook him even more was that the wolf's field wasn't just on the surface. It fused with his body. That's something only kings above the throne can do. It takes that level to pull this off. Fallen sighed. This freak settled his mind, pulled out a gray talisman, and recorded my info, putting me on the True Fallen's kill list. Every human talent with throne-level potential would be marked, so those above the 6th ring could kill them directly. Once that was done, he leaned back on his throne, eyes shut in silence. Right now, on the devastated land, Black Ming's kilometer-long body stood firm. Black gold divine runes all over him, absolutely dominant. I released enhancement and recovery, and my head spun with dizziness. Even with the spirit recovery from my sword staff, keeping up the buffs still drained me. After a long wait, the dungeon end prompt sounded. The next second, Black Ming and I both vanished. Time was up. Score calculation began. You killed lots of corrupted, broke through the 6th ring, defeated the fallen shadow, saved 974 people. Congratulations, perfect score. Career stats up by 5. Skill enhancement and recovery boosted. Summoning has upgraded to holy summoning. I appeared in my dorm. Recalled Black Ming in time, avoiding a dorm collapse. Checked my stats panel. No career upgrade yet. I need one more perfect rebirth dungeon. But my skills leveled up a ton. Enhancement increased from 20% to 35%. Recovery changed from slow to fast healing. But mana cost doubled. Biggest gain was summoning's upgrade. From now on, I'll only summon creatures with holy aura. I'm looking forward to this. I didn't rush to summon, but checked Fanyuncher news on my phone. I saw reports of hundreds of rescued people appearing from thin air, and let out a sigh of relief. They said those people came from another world, enslaved by the corrupted, and were saved by a silver-armored reborn, then sent over to Blue Star. Officials would settle them properly. The photos showed those people getting much healthier. Guess that was thanks to Zhou Yuan. After all the tension and bloodshed, fatigue hit me. I just crashed and slept. At dawn, Maple and his 2 friends came back exhausted, saw me sleeping, and yanked me awake in frustration. Turns out after the army released that video of me killing the 3-headed serpent, the forums went wild. Everyone realized I relied only on skill, so they crazily took on more missions to compete, which forced my teammates not to rest either. Chao Yang suddenly spoke up, saying that North Dragon Academy students use team loop mission strategies, which were way more efficient. The 3 instantly fired up again, and decided to skip meals, calling their teammates to keep doing tasks. I just smiled and got up, and headed to the mission counter. Almost a whole day without doing quests. My ranking dropped from 10th to over 2000. After thinking a bit, I took the quest to slay a level 59 Dark Gold Violent Bear, and a tier 6 task, then walked away, leaving the female soldier dumbstruck. That tier 6 quest required killing an intelligent giant beast. No mentor had ever finished it. Inside the command center, Principal Yang was both helpless and excited, and the drone tracking me kept following. An hour later, I rode Black Ming deep into the mountains. Spotted a dark gold berserk bear on the open land. He suddenly opened his dark gold eyes. His massive 600-meter body stood up. The ground shook. A violent aura swept out. He roared, driving us away. I quietly jumped off my horse and backed up. Left the fight to He Ming. He's way out of my league. I couldn't even help. I need to earn contribution points fast. Exchange them for metal so Silver Butterfly can fuse. Once I reached a safe distance, He Ming turned his head. His gray eyes coldly looked at the dark gold berserk bear. His size surged to over a kilometer long. Shoulders rose to 650 meters high. His fierce presence exploded. The dark gold berserk bear trembled in fear. The female officer at HQ was stunned. It's only been half a day, and he grew from hundreds of meters to over a kilometer. Yang Xiao was shocked too. After all, it's an SSS level growth talent, never seen among humans before. As the ground shattered, He Ming's shadow dashed out instantly. Jet black flames exploded. A fierce shadow over 2,000 meters appeared. Flames covered an area of 6 kilometers, then shrunk back to around 2,000 meters to save mana. After fighting fallen ones, his control over domains and power greatly improved. The dark gold berserk bear roared. Sharp air currents wrapped around its body. Claws flashed with golden light. But facing the fierce shadow, his 600-meter figure looked tiny. The jet black fire claws slammed down. The dark gold berserk bear stubbornly raised its paw to block. Waves of black gold shock exploded. The ground trembled. All sharp currents were swallowed up. The dark gold berserk bear endured a mountain-like pressure. The ground under his feet collapsed. His knees slowly bent. He roared in anger. Muscles bulged. More powerful sharp currents burst out. But the fierce shadow suddenly changed its moves. Haiming seized the chance, rushing to him. Dark claws slashed down. Left 4 deep, bone-revealing wounds. The dark gold berserk bear screamed in pain. Found jet black flames seeping in through the wounds. Devouring his life. His eyes turned savage. He fought Haiming like crazy. Blood soaked the ground, everywhere. All from the dark gold berserk bear. Haiming used his fierce shadow for a 2-on-1. Haiming was totally unharmed. Finally, the dark gold berserk bear roared to the sky. His aura kept rising. Suddenly he turned and fled wildly deep into the mountains. Giant trees snapped along the way. Dust rolled everywhere. Haiming paused briefly and chased right after. Agility over 2,500 made him lightning fast. He closed the distance in seconds. The dark gold berserk bear looked back in fear. He roared for the king's help. On a faraway mountain peak, a giant beast slowly opened its eyes. Countless blue lightning wrapped around it. A terrifying roar echoed across over 100,000 meters of land. With a thunderous boom, a bear beast with kilometer-high shoulders, body shrouded in blue lightning, strode over. It was the level 62 immortal berserk bear. The dark gold berserk bear rushed to its side. Complained Haiming invaded its territory for no reason. The immortal berserk bear heard that. And blue lightning blasted out instantly. Lightning spread everywhere. Suddenly, heavy rain poured from a clear sky. Countless lightning bolts slammed down from the storm clouds, forming a lightning vortex. The scene looked apocalyptic. This is the power of giant beasts. Domain might. Changing the world itself. Tiansu's shadow is even stronger. Clearly has a royal bloodline. I gaze intensely. Pull out the Tianquan sword staff. Boost Haiming with enhancement spell. The undying wild bear narrows his eyes. The ground explodes beneath his feet. He charges at Haiming in a blink. Right at that moment, a jet black flame with terrifying pressure erupts from Haiming. Black gold divine wings cover his body. Dominating power sweeps out everywhere. The undying wild bear's body sinks hard. His lightning domain is being suppressed. Sky refining prison domain. Only I rule. Haiming's massive body looks like a god demon crushing the world. The terrifying aura shakes the air. Undying wild bear shaken to his core. He glares at the razor-sharp black claws coming like black lightning, roaring as he swings his paw in response. At the clash of black gold and blue forces, shockwaves explode out like a tsunami. The roar is overwhelming. Undying wild bear pushes his domain to the limit, but can't break free from the crushing force. Sky refining prison domain. A terrifying domain mixing Haiming's 3 bloodline talents. Even overshadowed the dim throne power. Nothing can compare to it. He roars in fury, swinging another claw wrapped in raging thunder. Haiming doesn't flinch. His black-clawed strike meets it straight on. The 2,000-meter beasts clash again and again. Waves of shock explode out. The earth collapses. Grass and trees are wiped out. Bolts of lightning strike Haiming again and again from above. He just tanks it all with sheer defense, not giving the enemy any chance. I'm watching from afar, quietly casting healing magic. The fight was even before. Now it's turning to Haiming's favor. Undying wild bear bellows in rage. Bear 2, go kill that human. The dark gold rage bear glares and charges at me. Haiming bursts with fury. His gray eyes flare up. Aura of death turns the rage bear's whole body gray. Land of life erasure. He drops to the ground, badly wounded. Undying wild bear takes advantage of this pause. His paw turns into a blinding thunder pool and slams down on Haiming's head. Under that terrifying blow, Haiming's front body is knocked down, crushing the ground with his palm. Undying wild bear uses the chance to suppress thunder power hard, hammering down crazy. Now the dark gold rage bear staggers up, roaring as he charges. My face sinks. About to make a tactical retreat. Suddenly a booming sound echoes from afar. Amid rolling smoke and dust, a woman wielding a 4-meter halberd, dressed in golden armor races over. It's Ji-Fei. She's incredibly fast. Every step cracks the earth beneath her. Her path leaves a long, deep scar behind. As she closes in on the dark gold rage bear, she leaps, swinging her halberd, its head swelling to over 20 meters wide. She chops down hard. The halberd light smashes everything in its path, leaving deep wounds on the rage bear's injured body. The wounds crunch and bleed heavily. Dark gold rage bear glares at her, slams down with a crushing palm. Ji-Fei's fighting spirit surges. Her halberd grows again. She dashes out instantly, dodges the attack, then sweeps her halberd sideways, slashing through the rage bear's flesh. In just a minute or two, the huge body of the rage bear crashes to the ground. Unwilling, he erupts with sharp wind blades. But Ji-Fei saw it coming. Her blood power bursts out, turning solid red. She sweeps her halberd quickly, scattering the wind blades completely. Finally, Ji-Fei leaps with her 30-meter halberd head and slams it down hard. The rage bear's skull caves in. He dies for good. She lets out a breath. Her blood energy fades. Battle results return to normal. She smiles and walks up to me. Well, teacher, didn't my rescue move you? Thinking back to her savage fighting style, I can't help but think female T-Rex. Ji-Fei narrows her eyes, staring at me suspiciously. I quickly shake my head. Change the subject, G instructor. Why are you here? Was it all the noise? Came to check? The previous instructor said the same thing. She smiles slightly. So, do you believe me now? I glance at her battle record. Honestly, yes. Seeing I'm unharmed, Haiming relaxes. He draws the sky refining domain within a kilometer. Its suppressive force grows stronger. In a moment, he breaks the bear's hold. They start fighting fiercely again. The ground keeps exploding. Mountains collapse. The power is just unreal. Just then, storm clouds within 10,000 meters. And lightning turn wild out of nowhere. Bolts rain down over the land. Endless black thunderclouds swirl above Haiming, forming a storm over 10,000 meters wide. A terrifying, scornful force is building up. Haiming's gray eyes show no fear. He steadily draws back the sky refining domain. As his power is compressed, it starts booming louder and louder. In just a dozen seconds, the domain fully merges into his body. His black gold divine wing patterns shine brightly at once. A crushing, unmatched force appears instantly. In the dim land under black clouds, one side is pure chaos, countless thunderbolts flashing like heaven's wrath. The other, a towering black wolf over a kilometer tall, with shining black gold patterns all over. He looks up at the sky, like a god or devil. Their terrifying powers split the world in two. It's a truly epic scene. In the storm eye above, countless lightning elements gather, and with a thunderous roar from the bear, descend at once. Darkness falls over 10,000 meters. An apocalyptic blue lightning pillar crashes from the sky. Under this kilometer-thick lightning, everything, air included, is blown to bits. It fully covers Haiming. The earth vanishes for thousands of meters around. But in the pit over 300 meters deep, the 600-meter-tall black wolf is still standing. His black gold patterns shine even brighter. He's the only light in this fading land. Undying wild bear stares in shock. Roars, impossible. How can this be? Crushing power everywhere. Haiming cracks the ground with every step, walking right toward the undying wild bear. His gray eyes are cold and merciless, filled with pure intent to kill. Haiming lunges, claws ready, slashing down with terrifying might. Seeing the undying wild bear die, the command base erupts in cheers. We won. That summon was awesome. He's basically a god. That figure still standing under the scornful lightning. They'll never forget it. They may remember it for life. Yang laughs. As a peak 9th level powerhouse, he can see even more. Mastery over domains. That's something only the throne can do. He's barely formed his own domain. Still half a step from full control. But more importantly, the black wolf can already fuse with his domain. That's a signature move of a king. When I got back to the dorm, it was already early morning. A soldier walked up to me and handed me a safe box. Commander Yang asked me to give this to you. I nodded and entered the dorm. Opened the safe box. 6 top-tier summoning materials appeared right away. It surprised me. Is it a reward for killing all those mutant beasts myself? If that's the case, then I'll start summoning early. I've been looking forward to a holy summoning. Placed the summoning materials properly. I reached out my hand. Opened it in the void. Cast the summoning spell. Patterns appeared instantly on my palm. Connected to the other side. A burst of intense golden light erupted. This was a humanoid figure with golden hair and wings, radiating a sacred, pure vibe. I glanced at its race. Absolutely stunning. It was actually an angel. Back at Rift Canyon, Lauren had summoned an illusion, with a trace of high-level angel power. Even that counts as an SS level talent. Shows how strong angel kind is. From the beginning till now. Seems like no summoner has ever summoned such a powerful race as angel. Because they never respond to summoning, or make contracts with you. But, looking at this little golden angel, barely hanging on. Even its wings were broken. I was lost in thought. So the weak ones aren't coming. Just the damaged, huh? I smiled and shook my head. Since this little angel answered my call, she surely won't abandon me. I walked over, touched her pale forehead. Instantly, a voice sounded in my mind. Scan started. Loyalty will never betray. Link is main summoning target? I firmly chose yes. Intense, unimaginable pain followed. From deep in my mind, main link completed. Congrats, your summon has awakened. Unique talent. Sun and Moon Cycle. The fainted young angel was lifted by a vast, mysterious force. That force became countless sequences. Entered her body. Instantly. Her damaged source and life recovered quickly. After a while, her golden lashes fluttered slightly. And she opened her holy glowing eyes. In her left golden eye, a raging sun radiated heat and majesty. The right eye was icy, cold as the moon. Behind the lone moon, her golden wings reignited. Slightly unfolded, they looked beautiful. In both looks and aura, she was beyond anything humanity could imagine. The little angel flapped her wings, coming closer. Grabbed my shirt with her tiny hand. And clumsily called, Master. Looking at the young angel, I smiled. From now on, we're partners. What's your name? I didn't just make one up for her. Because angels, from the moment they're born, magically receive their own true name. Diana. 10 days. I nodded. A bit curious. Diana. Why'd you agree to contract with me? You look so young now. Probably not even 1 year old. You shouldn't be able to accept it. Right then. An angel who scorns being summoned was summoned by me. She heard me. Diana's eyes grew dim. Fell from the holy tree, corrupted by dark force. Everyone was gone too. And hearing that, I immediately understood. They'd been invaded by enemies. And my summoning was the only lifeline for Diana then. Her only hope. I patted her golden hair. Comforted, it'll be okay. Someday I'll take you back. Diana softly rubbed my hand. She said, Master. My mind moved. Check the stats. Summon, Diana. Race, Angel. Level, 20. Skill, Holy Blessing. Gives 50% of own stats to target. Adds Divine Radiance. Shines her power. Heals everywhere in her range. And grants a holy shield. Blocks any attack. Talent, Sun and Moon Cycle. When the sun blazes, nothing can hide. Souls burn, icy alone. When the moon rises high, Scythe appears. Grants ultimate power. Sun and moon together. Judgment moment. Time stands still. After reading, I was shocked. The real highlight is Sun and Moon Cycle. Both the blazing sun and rising moon look super powerful. Especially combined. Can even stop time. That's straight up controlling time. Angel race really is amazing. I then put Diana away. Got ready to keep fighting outside. Meanwhile, in the command center, everyone was staring at the screen, waiting anxiously for me to come out. But seeing nothing around me, they instantly got disappointed. Really want to find out his third summon. What do we do? I'm so curious. Bet it's not weak. Everyone started guessing. Yang Xiao didn't get involved. No matter what the third summon is. With that black wolf, my potential score won't drop. Meanwhile, deep in the mountains, a middle-aged man chanted a few lines in the life language. The void started shaking wildly. Countless cracks spread across reality, like a shattered mirror. And quickly, space couldn't hold. Ripped dozens of meters by dark claws. Soon, on the other side, a full 100 evildoers walked over. Their power ranged from tier 4 to tier 5. Stronger ones couldn't pass. The spatial tunnel was extremely fragile. Could collapse anytime. Top-tier beings can make stronger tunnels. But if they do, they'll break the shield array. And get spotted by humans. Hee, this time, I'm gonna kill a ton. Feeling waves of evil coming. The man's face turned pale. But he forced himself to stay calm. Promise me the resources? Leader Ryakru glanced at him. A bit scornful. Then tossed him a storage pouch. He quickly caught it with both hands. Checked inside with his mind. His face instantly got excited. This stuff could push him right to 7th tier. And this was just for leaking one bit of info about mankind. Easily earned rewards. Ryakru frowned and said, Hurry and bring me the top genius list. The middle-aged man quickly took out his list from the past days. The list he organized. Handed it over. This person named Chenlin. You need to be extra cautious with him. Ryakru sounded doubtful. He's only level 16. No talent at all. Why bother watching him? The middle-aged man explained. 3 days ago, he managed to beat something 28 levels higher at just level 16. Killed a mutant beast. He even showed a video as evidence. After watching, Ryakru looked absolutely shocked. Such insane power. Among our evil ancestor clan, only Jiqiang's offspring could pull that off. This human can't be allowed to live. Ryakli nearby suddenly lit up her eyes. She licked her lips. I'll deal with him. Ryakru furrowed his brow. He knew his sister probably set her sights on this guy. Wanted to turn him into a slave. But that's not much different from just killing him. So he ordered everyone to find their targets. Start the hunt. Leave no one alive. Hearing that, each evil ancestor showed a cruel smile and flew off in different directions. Meanwhile, the patrolling mini-drones immediately spotted all this. It's the aliens, why are they here? Quick, tell the trainees to evacuate the mountain. Get all warriors ready for firepower. Seeing that every evil ancestor was at least 4-ring level, the female officer looked grim. She instantly issued orders. Yang Xiao wasn't surprised at all. He said let's go, then turned and left. The female officer nodded. She knew Yang Xiao intended to assist personally. But his terrible injury would surely be a setback. Thinking about it, hatred flashed in the female officer's eyes. She blamed herself for not being a fighter, lacking the strength to battle others. She clenched her fist. Darkness clouded her mind. Soon, the command center fell silent. Only commands and messages kept coming. At that moment, on a distant high cliff, a seductive female evil ancestor glided down. Looking at the silver-armored figure guarded by a black giant wolf, Ryakli smiled. Lucky day. Found him so quickly. And he seems weak right now. This toy is mine. Ryakli licked her lips. She suddenly charged out. Countless black threads burst from her body. A disgusting aura rushed over. I snapped open my eyes. Cold stare. Haimi had sensed her earlier. He was already looking up. Ryakli met those two gray eyes. Her heart instantly froze. What's happening? Her body couldn't stop trembling. But she quickly pushed it down. Ryakli struck first. She flung out all her threads. Like a swarm of locusts flying at Haiming. Haiming's body flashed gold, blocking the threads. He stared at her with cold gray eyes. Next moment, Ryakli's consciousness appeared. In a vast, dark void. A pair of cold gray heavy eyes opened. Gazed by those heavy gray eyes, an endless terror surged up. It flooded her entire mind. Ryakli trembled hard. Couldn't move a muscle. Just had to watch Haiming come closer. His huge form only took a few seconds to arrive.
Right up to him, then slammed him to the ground with one paw. Black flames burst out immediately and started devouring. Throughout the whole thing, this level 56 Venom Ryakli didn't even have a chance to fight back. This scene made the once tense, silent command center suddenly light up. Nice kill, Black Wolf. Awesome. Black Ming raised his palm and said seriously, no master. He's not dead, good. Hearing Black Ming's voice, I replied coldly. Chase him down, make sure he's dead. Now with Diana here, even if Black Ming leaves for a bit, it won't be dangerous. Yes, sir. His body stomped through the ground and dashed off in a single direction. There, Ryakli looked terrified and raced toward the portal. This is terrifying. That Black Wolf is just a monster. Even though the gray shadow is gone now, I'm still scared out of my mind. Ryakli just wants to get out. Get out of the human area fast. Take back news of a power equal to the top progeny. As for this hunting humans mission, it's definitely a failure on our end. With that monster Black Wolf around, any venom that faces him dies. Right then, a huge explosion sounded from behind. Ryakli jumped in shock, but Black Ming behind him didn't want to be away long. His body grew even bigger, turning into a beast over a kilometer tall. Instantly crossed dozens of kilometers, and appeared right behind Ryakli. A giant shadowed paw fell. The ground shattered to pieces. The shock spread for 10 kilometers. Under Black Ming's giant paw, dark flames swallowed Ryakli whole. Through the AI, I already knew where the venoms went. 100-Year Mountain. Thought about it for a moment. Decided to split up, to hunt these venoms. With 2 strong summons with me now, it's honestly a waste. Thinking that, I called over a mini drone, and had it show Black Ming the way. Black Ming bolted off in a flash. A hint of impatience showed in his gray eyes. Never seen that before. The female officer sighed. He grew this strong in just a few days. If he had 1 more year, would he actually reach the throne? Just thinking about it is wild. So far, there have only been 85 thrones born in Waxia. That's the total in over 100 years. They all fought for decades. The top of the human race, rising from geniuses. Only the very best make it. And the reason it's so few, mostly because of the aliens. On these meat grinder battlefields, even the most talented can't make a splash. As long as the aliens attack once, countless people die. Many thrones fall. And now, there are only 30 thrones left in Waxia. At the same time, deep in the mountains, a woman in gold armor swung a blood-red war halberd, suppressing for level 55 venoms at once. The fierce red aura was crazy. It blasted the air apart. The 4 venoms couldn't take a hit, kept backing up. Watching this, Leoklu frowned. He slowly readied his black spear. He didn't have time to keep drawing this out. There were still many more geniuses to kill. Leoklu's figure shot out, black spear in hand, pierced with fallen power. When that sudden attack came, GFEI reacted fast. His blood energy erupted. His frame got even bigger. A savage aura ripped out around him. Jifei's eyes burned with battle. He swept his halberd in a red flash. Wherever it swung, everything split apart. Leoklu looked at his snapped black spear. Face tense. Only level 55, but this powerful. Gotta take him out. Leoklu burst out with dark power. Black energy surged out, covered 100-meter range. The light dimmed. The other Venoms saw this, and all started unleashing dark power. GFEI was covered in a red glow. Blood energy circled, blocking the corrosion. His eyes went cold. Want to corrupt me? You're asking to die. He rushed straight at Leoklu. Air exploded. He swung his halberd, attacked directly. The 4 Venoms jumped in and went for GFEI, but GFEI ignored them. His aura was as wild as it could get. He'd never stop till Leoklu was dead. But against the corrosion, he couldn't hold his body state long, or he really could get corrupted. On the other side of the fight, Qingkong noticed the situation here and got anxious. He pushed his extreme power and slashed like crazy at the level 56 Venom in front of him, trying to help Mentor G. Mentor G went into this to save them, but got surrounded by Venoms. But the Venom clearly saw his plan and smirked coldly, grappled him immediately. Meanwhile, Leoklu drank a gray blood potion. His aura soared up to 6 circles, now as strong as a throne. His true blood is insane. Leoklu grinned, focused with one hand, threw his black spear. The deadly spearhead shot forward. Next, the sound of armor shattering. The black spear pierced GFEI and came out his back. Blood dripped from the tip down. Seeing that, Leoklu laughed and walked up step by step. Become my slave. Right then, a silver lance pierced the sky, cut through the darkness, and landed at Leoklu's feet. A silver-armored figure rushed over. Leoklu frowned. My sister didn't kill you after all. Guess he's dead now. Leoklu showed no emotion, not sad about his sister at all. I glanced at the field and immediately realized, this is way out of my league. Then, just a thought. A half-meter tall figure appeared, with golden wings on its back. Holy energy spread out everywhere. The 6 Venoms freaked out. They all turned to look. An angel. But in the next second, their eyes burned with greed. It's a baby angel. No attack moves yet. One of the newborn 12 angels. That's the highest honor for fallen ancients. Thinking that, Leoklu got excited. Ha ha ha, Chen Lin. I really should thank you for bringing this big gift. I can feel all these disgusting stares. Diana frowned. These black streams feel so familiar. They're the ones who invaded our home. Anger flashed in Diana's eyes. She spread her wings and soared into the sky. A golden sun blazed overhead. A terrifying golden eye appeared faintly on the left. Blazing golden light erupted from her. A beam over a kilometer long. A massive, glorious golden sun appeared behind her across the sky. Diana's small body transformed into her adult form at that moment. Tall and slender, her golden eyes exuded authority. Grand and sacred, hot golden light shone down. The black streams were purified in seconds. All the corrupt felt like they were in hell. It was painful and miserable. Their corrupted power was completely suppressed. They were scared out of their minds. All this time, corrupt and angelic races have always been deadly rivals. But under the sun, the balance is broken. Souls meant for evolution were cleansed. Heavy guilt followed harsh, cold words. The sun behind Diana exploded in an instant. The golden light grew hotter. Everything within 10,000 meters was bathed in gold. It looked like a second sun appeared in the sky. The sun's terrifying power shook the area. The 6 corrupted bodies suddenly burst into golden flames. The burning agony made them scream. Ryuku's face twisted in pain. All his previous joy was gone. Only agony and ferocity remained. He desperately unleashed his corrupted power. With 6th tier might and talent activated, his power doubled. A black shield formed around him, trying to block the golden flames. But unlike the dark flames of the abyss, this attack hits the soul and pierces everything. Physical barriers are useless. Only soul-based defenses can block the erosion. The black streams vanished. GFEI weakly lifted his head, looking at that figure high in the sky, radiant and majestic, stunningly beautiful, impossible to look directly at. He started laughing. Even an angel can be summoned. You're incredible. Holy power and golden light rained down on the land. Everyone's wounds started healing quickly. Even Qingkong, covered in blood, felt a bit of warmth. The pain in his wounds eased up. He stopped holding back. He started attacking with no defense, trading blows for blows. The battle shifted the moment the sun appeared. Everything turned around instantly. Ryukuru, who was always so well-read, felt like he'd been fooled by his own knowledge. Damn it, weren't young angels supposed to be just support? Just meeting Diana's golden gaze for a second made him tremble all over. His eyes stung and bled. It felt like facing the strongest of his own kind. He knew he couldn't waste any more time, or his soul would burn up and die. He roared to kill that human. Then the black mist exploded, rushing at Diana, trying to knock her down. Diana calmly raised her hand. Countless blazing swords appeared around her and shot at all the corrupt enemies. Each sword carried fire and evolutionary power. They pierced right through Ryukuru, knocking him from the sky to the ground. At this point, Diana stood high above, looking like a goddess controlling the sun. All the corrupt, pierced by golden swords, gritted their teeth. They were injured, and their corruption was getting purified. Their souls burned, and the burning kept speeding up. Damn, under this sun, we can't win at all. Ryukuru's face looked awful. Don't panic, the Empress Feline said. Someone would join us to hunt. Just as he finished talking, several figures in gray robes came running from afar. Each of them had 6th tier power. When GFEI saw the shadow symbol on their robes, he recognized them right away. Anger flashed in his face. It's the Shadow Church. Those damn heretics. The heretics ignored him, jumped in instantly, obviously coming for me. Strong Diana raised her hand. Golden flames roared instantly, burning their souls. Golden arrows appeared one after another and shot forward, but the heretics chose to tank the damage. In this sun form, Diana lacked deadly moves. Then the blazing sun behind her slowly collapsed. A golden eye appeared faintly on the right. A full moon rose beside her. That cold, lonely moon hung high. Tens of thousands of meters turned dark in an instant. Pale moonlight covered the earth, bringing fear and dread to all. Every heretic turned pale, looking up at the sky. Unlike the blazing sun form, now Diana's eyes were icy cold. No trace of emotion left. Her sacred aura was gone as well. Only chilling fear spread out. Even her wings and hair turned silver white. Standing before the full moon, she looked like a proud, mysterious god. Around her, 9 spinning ring blades appeared, each spun with dark red annihilation power. As Diana's icy voice echoed out, 6 ring blades shot forward in an instant. Their speed was unmatched. They reached the 6 heretics instantly. They panicked. Everyone used their skills to block. But, with the annihilation power that can pierce any defense, their shields fell apart like paper. Everyone was split in half. Just then, with the sun pressure gone, Ryuk moved, charging at Diana in the sky. Dark streams surged wildly, forming pitch-black spears over 10 meters long. The spears blasted through the air at supersonic speed, aimed at Diana. One ring blade went to meet them, and sliced the black spears to bits. The other 2 blades shot at Ryuk. A few corrupt ones on the ground saw this, and rushed at me, eyes filled with killing intent. This human must die. That black wolf has a power gap of 28 whole levels. Even if this angel controlling the sun and moon is insane, she's still taking on enemies 50 or 60 levels stronger. If we let her fully awaken, the consequences would be unthinkable. Still, Diana instantly recalled her 3 ring blades and slashed at the corrupt enemies. The 3 ring blades suddenly collided, fusing together, turning into a triple intertwined form. Their annihilation force grew even stronger. A dark red light flashed, and all the corrupt foes were cut down instantly. She glanced again at Ryuk, still struggling to resist. Diana slowly raises her hand. The 6-wheel ender ring blades begin to merge. Ryuk notices this scene. His expression suddenly changes. He unleashes the true blood of the throne and his last bit of fallen power. He blasts away 3 of the ring blades. Ryukuru looks at me with intense jealousy. Such a perfect angel. Why would she choose to obey him? But Ryukuru quickly sneers. He pulls out a pitch-black disc. As he spins it, a beam of light shoots out 100 meters under his feet. This chance to summon the throne was originally meant for that monster who awakened SSS level talent, in case someone powerful protected him. But both my summons showed terrifying potential. He can't let me keep growing. Now countless mystical runes keep weaving around, forming a huge, pitch-black summoning array. A towering, sinister gray figure slowly appears. A terrifying aura erupts instantly. It almost makes you suffocate. Chinkong and the others instantly go pale. A deep sense of despair wells up uncontrollably. Thin streams of black energy slowly spread out. Everything it passes withers and dies. Diana looks very serious. She raises her hand. The full moon spins, It turns into a blazing sun in the sky, but the brilliant golden light can't reach over. I realized right away something's wrong. I was about to run, but ended up not doing it, because right when the black array appeared, Yangzi walked up next to me, patted me on the shoulder, and said, "We've been waiting for this foreign throne for a long time. Don't be afraid." Hearing this, one immediately understood. This was a trap all along. Sure enough, this foreign throne didn't even look at me. Instead, it expressionlessly looked toward Hengshan base. Over there, as the summoning array finished, an incredibly powerful aura exploded. Clouds shattered and terrifying force rushed down. Just a few moments later, it arrived. I saw a young man standing tall in midair. The foreign throne spoke slowly. "Zhangju, you're guarding the frontline battlefield. You rushed here. Aren't you afraid your line will be broken by the Wuzu?" Zhangju waved it off. He said, "Doesn't matter. Anyway, our human race has given up." The foreign throne realized right away that he was in a trap, but didn't care. Zhangju glanced down below and called out, "Why aren't you leaving? Do you want to die from the shockwave?" Yangzi heard this and quickly led everyone away. A clash between thrones, just the aftershocks, can destroy hundreds of thousands of meters. Even if Zhangju's domain can block the power, if they're here, they'll still get in the way. Seeing this, the foreign throne didn't stop anyone. With Zhangju here, he can't touch anybody. For the past 2 years, as one of the most active thrones on the front line, all the foreign powerhouses know his ability, pretty much inside and out. Just as we left, a gray domain suddenly spread out. Even with the barrier, the aftershocks of the two thrones' battle still made the ground shake for hundreds of thousands of meters. The others got ready to wipe out the rest of the monsters. Yangzi kept me with him. "Chen Lin, just let your summons handle it." I thought about it for a moment.
Seems doable. It's been ages since Silver Butterfly leveled up. Even facing a tier 4 fallen, she might struggle now. So we'll let Diana go take down the fallen herself. Yang Xiao looked at me and said, "I really didn't expect this. Your third summon is actually an angel. An angel's power is as terrifying as that black wolf. If you can reach king level someday, that's like adding 2 new king level fighters for humanity right away." Thinking about this, Yang Xiao kept talking. The B race thinks that thanks to traitors, they've figured out all humanity's secrets. But those are just what we wanted them to see. Also, they get overconfident and think they're in control. That way, we can trap them hard later. He really values me. He pretty much told me everything. I have no questions. He explained that he can now see the whole game. Since we can't hide the info, humanity set a trap using it. First, we wipe out all enemy elites in the rear. Then, we lure a king from the enemy to take down. But it means some of our geniuses will probably die. They don't even know their bait. War between civilizations is just like that. Just then, Haiming and Diana, who went to kill the fallen, returned. Anna turned back to normal and flew over to me. Her small hand gripped mine tight, almost like she was my daughter. After fighting non-stop for over 10 hours, the gray field far away faded. A young man walked through the air, covering several miles in an instant. He looked extremely weak. Yang Xiao quickly rushed over. "Brother Zhang, how did it go?" "So funny. It's just one enemy king. Easy to crush single-handed. What's there to worry about?" Zhang Ju sounded dismissive. But Diana silently used holy radiance. He could clearly feel. This young man right here was deeply corroded by fallen power. Zhang Ju frowned. "Little girl, can you even heal a king's wounds? Can you? Wait, you're an angel. Hold on, keep it up for a few more seconds." Diana shook her head. "My holy power is gone. The king's fallen energy is too much. Even holy power can't do much. It can only chase off a tiny bit." Hearing that, Zhang Ju forced himself to endure, and sighed. "Wu's still carrying too much." I looked confused. Are all kings like this? Yang Xiao quickly changed the subject. "Brother Zhang, let me introduce you. This is Chen Lin. He's the main kill target for the enemy." Zhang Ju looked at me instantly. "You're the guy who could smash my head into the ground at equal rank?" I looked lost. But he turned to look at the black wolf crouching nearby. His eyes brightened. "Such a mighty wolf. Let me try sitting on him," he said, stepping forward. But the wolf dodged right away. Clearly, he really didn't like that. Zhang Ju's face froze. What's that supposed to mean? The king got rejected by a wolf? If I can't sit today, you gotta write your name backwards. He was about to force his way there. But Yang Xiao stopped him. "Brother Zhang, you can't. He's a key asset for Huaxia's future. Don't mess up our relationship with him." Zhang Ju looked at Yang Xiao and sighed. Then turned around with hands behind his back. Sounded a bit lost and restless. "So many achievements for humanity, but I can't even sit on a wolf. Man, forget it. He slowly flew toward Mounting Base. Yang Xiao and I hurried to follow. We arrived at Yang Xiao's office. Zhang Ju sat right at the head of the table. Like he was at home. Yang Xiao asked, Brother Zhang. How's the situation at the Jin Qianline front? Has it gotten worse again? All these years, Zhang Ju's been in the rear, struggling against a growing curse, while preparing for his 10th breakthrough. Any changes in front lines, he only hears about through others. Looks like the enemy's about to attack again soon. Just trying to wear down our key fighters. He said seriously. They do this every so often. Every time, tens of thousands die at least. Even kings have fallen before. Using their huge numbers, they trade lives for lives. Humans are so different. Every warrior lost is a huge blow. Especially geniuses with hidden classes. They're sure to become top tier one day. Just as he finished, Zhang Ju tossed me a storage bag. It was full of life crystals and other resources. Your summons have insane potential. So we won't hold back on resources. There's way more to come. Yang Xiao agreed with a smile. That made my heart skip a beat. I could really sense how much he valued me. If I just tried to keep a low profile, and suddenly showed my power, maybe I'd surprise people. But chances are an enemy king would kill me fast. Revealing my power now is risky. But humanity will have my back. They'll use everything to protect me from enemy kings. And the support is amazing. A total of 500 level 5 and 6 life crystals. Plus chain fruit worth 1,000 points each. Just hand it over, no questions. The reason humanity values me isn't just because my summons are overpowered. My real ace is my gift that powers up summons so much. After chatting with Yang Xiao, I said goodbye and left. Headed back to the mountains. Summoned Black Ming. And fed him all the life crystals from the bag. He howled and the sound exploded out. Black flames slowly devoured the crystals. Soon, his evolve points went up by 1,766. That's a third of what's needed for completion. Next up, with Xiaowai showing me where to find mutated beasts, I decided to go deeper and keep hunting. A few days after my death, all mutated beasts above level 50 in Balian Mountains were completely cleared out. 16 level 60 behemoths, plus over 100 level 50 beasts, all got devoured by Black Ming. He grew 15 meters taller, and got 30 points in all stats. Everyone back at HQ was thrilled. With those monsters gone, no more leaders, the riot threat is almost gone. Just need to clean up the rest slowly. For the next few years, Balian Mountains will be a safe zone. Yang Xiao nodded with a smile, but he knew it wasn't over yet. On the outskirts of Misty Mountain Base, there wasn't a single mutated beast in sight. That's not a good thing. It means they're all gathering under monster behemoth orders. They're gathering up. The students over there hardly dare to go into the mountains, and are all hiding in base. After a few days, they've only killed less than 50 beasts. If this keeps up, it's just a matter of time before those monsters attack. Now Mounting Base is under much less pressure. Get reinforcements together and support Misty Mountain Base. An hour later, Yang Xiao called me to his office as soon as I got back. You wiped out the giant beasts in the Chenlin Balian mountain range. I'm sending you to Wushan Base to help clean up. I nodded right away. I was just annoyed there were no beasts to fight here. I was already thinking of going to another base to get resources. Level 40 mutant beasts. Can't meet Haiming's growth needs. Yang Xiao saw this and smiled. Looks like everyone else is ready too. No need to wait. Let's head out now. I followed Yang Xiao to the base transport plane. About 50 people were already gathered here. I saw familiar faces like Ji Fei walk up happily. I knew you'd come help, Chenlin. I heard Wushan Base's situation was critical. He agreed to come without hesitation. Ji Fei smiled sweetly. He walked up to Diana holding my hand. What a perfect little angel. She must still be a child. Chenlin, you can't do weird things to her. Diana looked up at me. Her eyes were curious. Master, what's a weird thing? Why? Can't you do weird things to Diana? Everyone instantly stared at me. Some looked envious. Some seemed dangerous. I twitched my mouth. Didn't know how to respond. I could only hurry onto the transport plane with everyone. We flew to Wushan Base. Right now, things were tense inside Wushan Base. All the soldiers were on full alert. All heavy weapons were activated. Many cadets were talking quietly. Do we have to stay here? All the mutant beasts have gathered. They're definitely going to attack. The military agreed we could leave. There's no way to clear out all the mutants now. Staying won't help. People have already started leaving. There's no way we can fight off thousands of mutant beasts. Who can hold them back? My teammates kept sighing. Like they were making excuses to run away. Wang Feng clenched his fists. He said seriously, my family is in Mist City. Even if the mutant beasts riot, I'd rather die here than leave. Mist City has tens of millions of people. Even if we evacuate full force these few days, most people are still in the city. If we can't stop the mutant beasts, it won't just be one city in trouble. Just then, a blue transport plane broke through the clouds. It slowly landed beside the Wushan Base Airport. Commander Chao Yu and a group of officers at Wushan Base were already waiting. Seeing Yang Xiao bringing students off the plane, they hurried over excitedly. General Yang, we finally have you here. He clearly knew about Yang Xiao being a rank 9 powerhouse. Yang Xiao sighed, old Chao. My curse still isn't broken. Don't expect me to save the day. Chao Yu's smile disappeared immediately. It's a real emergency now. Countless mutant beasts are gathering at 4 spots. Led by a beast about to reach level 70. They're trying to attack from multiple directions. It's hard for us to defend. He sighed. Then asked. I saw a lot of mutant beasts at Hingshan Base. Why is it so much easier on your side? Yang Xiao laughed. In the Balian Mountains, all mutant beasts above level 50 were wiped out. All his work. He nodded at me. Chao Yu instantly stepped past Yang Xiao. He rushed to me. Chen Lin. I've finally waited for you to come. By the way, my grandson Chao Yang is your roommate. Chen Lin, come. General Yang left you something over there. I'll take you. He took my hand and led me to logistics. A few soldiers carried out several meters long black boxes. Chao Yu smiled. Chen Lin, these are all yours. The warehouse is empty right now. You can check them at your own pace inside. I nodded thanks. Walked into the warehouse. Opened the boxes. They were filled with rare metal materials and life crystals. I summoned Silver Butterfly and started fusing materials right away. After a bit, the armor hit 163 tons. With just a light step, the steel floor underfoot bent. After fusing all materials, Silver Butterfly gained 8 new sharpness stacks. Plus the previous 2. Total is 10. Now, I can one-shot any under level 50 alien with one slash. Besides that, I got magma and size-changing traits too. I nodded in satisfaction. I'm ready to get into the mountains and fight mutants. This time I fused over 100 pieces of rare metal. Silver Butterfly's power skyrocketed multiple times. I followed Chao Yu to an empty field at Wushan Base. Over 100 people were already waiting here. I quickly spotted a familiar figure. Su Lin Shuabing. Her teal hair hung over a delicate fair face. Her figure was slim and tall. I greeted her, hey Su. She smiled back at me. Chao Yu stepped forward. He said seriously, these mutants, already gathered since yesterday, under a level 69 Darkhorn beast. They're moving in 4 directions, trying to split our defense. It's hard for us to focus our forces. Each direction has at least 2 giant beasts leading. They're targeting Wushan Base, Mist City, and Yunhe City. Your task is to hunt down stragglers in the back and reduce their overall numbers. It'll take pressure off our defenses. We'll split into 8 groups for this mission. 20 in each group. Any questions? No, everyone answered in unison. Chao Yu ordered people to call out names and form teams. Yang Xiao stepped up. Chen Lin, you'll go solo. He knew my strength. No one else can really help me. There's just no point. But the others looked confused. Even the instructors need to act as a team. So what's so special about me? Why am I different? 2 minutes later, all 8 groups were set. I summoned a massive black me over 100 meters tall and ran toward the mountains. In the mountains, a black giant wolf raced forward. Diana hugged my neck from behind. Her small body swayed in the wind. As a newborn, clueless angel, she was super curious about everything. She didn't want to stay in the dark, silent summoning space. Naturally, I wouldn't force her. At the same time, in the dusty mountains, countless giant mutant beasts smashed through rock and mud, knocked down trees, and formed a 100-kilometer-long wave of destruction. Advancing forward, at the front of the wave, 3 terrifying beasts, each a kilometer long, led the way. Their bodies radiated fierce power. Ripples of energy swirled around them. Countless mutant beasts followed. The earth for over 100,000 meters shook beneath their feet. The scene was massive and terrifying. In the command center, officers watching drone feeds looked grim. Suddenly, a deafening blast broke out. A beast the size of a kilometer. Savage power, wrapped in pitch-black flames. The black wolf bursts out from the side, moving at incredible speed. The air rips and explodes. Everything within dozens of kilometers is destroyed by terrifying force. A fierce roar shakes the world. Sound waves ripple outward. All mutant beasts are terrified. They all freeze in place. Chao Yu is completely stunned. Is this really how you fight? The mission was to intercept stray mutant beasts. Why did he just charge in? There are 3 gigantic beasts here. One of them stands over 800 meters tall. Its 2 huge tusks curve 100 meters. A monstrous beast covered in crimson scales slowly speaks up. Where are you from, beast? Why do you block our path? Haiming ignores the nonsense. Explodes instantly. Pitch black flames spread over tens of thousands of meters. A deadly aura flows quietly through his domain, devouring along with the flames, taking life from all level, 40 mutant beasts in range. A fierce apparition nearly 3 kilometers long. Its blazing shadow stares from his body. Gray, heavy eyes filled with deadly intent open, looking at the 3 giant beasts. Fear rises instantly in their minds. It's like those eyes could erase them instantly. The death domain is unleashed here. Nothing in this field survives. Even undead creatures with no lives will be forced to face death. Up above, Diana casts Holy Blessing. The divine symbol on her forehead glows with gold, boosting the power. Haiming is terrifying in his giant form now. Even with all her holy power, she can only slightly increase Haiming's strength and body type. But thanks to this boost, the death domain instantly expands by 20,000 meters. The pitch-black flames double in power. They become monstrous. In just seconds, hundreds of level 40 mutant beasts turn to ashes. Even their life crystals are consumed by fire. If you want to die, step up and kill him. The 3 giant beasts charge, roaring. Just then, the world suddenly goes dark. Faint moonlight falls, bringing a frightening chill, making all mutant beasts shiver. Diana stands tall above. Her cold, proud face looks down on the land. The final full moon floats among 9 moons. A ring blade wrapped in dark red energy circles her. She slashes toward the ghost flame beast. The ghost flame beast roars and powers up. Strange patterns appear on its skin, but the ring blade slices through with ease, leaving a wound dozens of meters deep. The beast feels sharp pain. The ghost flame beast stops in its tracks, raises its palm to smack the ring blade, but the blade dodges nimbly. Under Diana's mental control, the ring blade slices up along its arm, tearing a 100-meter-long gash. Seeing Diana occupy the ghost flame beast, Haiming won't be outdone. He instantly charges at the other 2 beasts. The mutant beasts in his path are smashed to bits. The monstrous beast lets out a fierce roar, swinging its giant crimson-scaled trunk, whipping it at the black wolf. Savage apparition. Needs no commands. Its claw, burning with black flames, strikes instantly, rips through the monster's scales, leaving 4 deep, bone-exposing claw wounds. Beside them, the huge centipede beast opens its horrifying jaws, suddenly launches a sneak attack, biting toward Haiming. Reacted instantly, raised its paw and slapped him away in a flash. Immediately aimed for his head, opened its jaws and bit down. The dark red shell cracked apart. Fangs pierced flesh. Venomous purple blood sprayed out. The centipede beast screamed in agony, coiled its body around Black Void. Countless sharp spikes stabbed, but a layer of golden light blocked them. Flying Eagle grabbed it. The centipede beast was flung away instantly. Smashed an entire mountain. Huge rocks buried it. Its massive body followed right after. Raised claws to smash the stones. Slammed the centipede beast's head deep into the ground. Held it down and bit wildly. Meanwhile, all flying mutant beasts rushed at Diana in the sky. He stayed calm. Controlled the oblivion blades to spin back. 4 ring blades charged at the swarming beasts. Slashed the mutant flyers one by one as they passed. Just then, the ghost flame beast suddenly rushed at Black Void, trying to kill him first. Black Void let out a fierce roar. Gray eyes showed no fear. Standing on the centipede beast's head, instantly tangled with the ghost flame beast. The 4 giant beasts battled fiercely, cracking the earth for tens of thousands of meters. Shakes nonstop. Spread across the horizon. Thunderous roars and crashes. Countless mutant beasts scattered in panic, afraid to get caught in the chaos. The command center was silent. Chao Yu was stunned. Damn, how is this wolf so strong? Only level 20 but fighting 3 beasts on equal footing. That's a 46 level gap. Many officers swallowed hard, eyes glued to the screen in disbelief. The mountain range had turned pitch black. A hell of burning flames. The 4 giant beasts fought like crazy. Their momentum shook the world. That terrifying demon shadow towering over 1,000 meters tall released a brutal aura that could devour millions. Almost suffocating. Diana stopped in the sky then. She'd wiped out the hundreds of flying mutants. Broken bodies covered the ground. The oblivion blades began to merge and spin. The dark red glow got brighter. Power surged with terrifying force. Even the air was destroyed. 9 ring blades fused into one. forming a huge dark red ring blade over 100 meters long, floating before Diana. A powerful aura that terrified every mutant beast. Swept out everywhere. The dark red oblivion power spun with the blade. The silver full moon behind turned deep red. Red light covered tens of thousands of meters. Like falling into hell. Right then, the moon's strongest oblivion form arrived. Diana's cold and detached voice spread slowly. Time for you all to die. The dark red light of the oblivion will shined intensely. Became a terrifying red streak ripping the sky. Slashed toward the centipede beast. At the moment of contact, the oblivion will didn't pause. Went straight through the centipede beast's kilometer-long body. Just a few seconds. The centipede beast turned into a blurry mass of remains. One strike. Killed a level 65 giant beast instantly. Such insane power. Even I can't help but be shocked. Diana's oblivion form broke through defenses. So terrifying it's almost unstoppable. And she still has an even scarier sun-moon form. But now that deep red moon is a bit lighter, this move clearly drains Diana a lot. But she still has energy left. Her mind controlled the oblivion wheel. Slashed instantly at the nearby ghost flame beast. The ghost flame beast was terrified. Grew thicker, tougher stone skin at once. But it couldn't stop. The oblivion wheel split its body in two instantly. Then the deep red moon in the sky finally fell apart. Quickly broke down. Diana's tall, perfect figure suddenly turned into a child form. Her proud, cold face showed a hint of innocence. She blinked. Quickly flapped her wings. Looking for her master. Black Void also quickly finished off the golem. The beast Black Void stood in the dark sea of fire. Black flames devoured the fallen giant beasts. Chao Yu in the control room felt dizzy. He thought this was unbelievable. It was just supposed to be a partial elimination mission. But I ended up doing it. Killed off every mutant beast. One person scattered and swept the whole area. Thousands, tens of thousands of mutant beasts. Doing more than everyone else combined. By several times. With this, the path attacking the mist chamber is safe now. Chao Yu looked excited. Most of his worries were gone. The odds of defense were barely 10% before. But now there's hope. The black flames in the mountains quickly devoured all corpses and life crystals. Then returned to Black Void's body. With the energy conversion, he grew another meter taller. All his stats increased by 2. At the same time, I got one stat up too. All attributes. The energy from the giant beasts wasn't much for Black Void. But for me it's different. Even with only 1/3. It's still a big boost. Now my stats are close to those of level 30 hidden job players. So with the silver butterfly buff, I can one-shot level 40 mutants. For level 50 mutants, I need more than 10 hits. Even facing weaker giant beasts is not a big deal for me now. My next goal is attacking the mist chamber.